Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. It's another beautiful Friday night, and thank you for your time. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Share the video. Share the video. We are live this wonderful Friday now. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Those on Instagram. Thank you. Go on YouTube. At Dance Football 2 on YouTube. Go and join live on YouTube. We are there live on YouTube because it's will be ending on Instagram very quickly. Go and join on YouTube. Go and join on YouTube. I just want to wake you up. Before this, I want to wake you up. Go and join on YouTube. In fact, majority of you now are even on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Like the video as you join, please. Like the video. Like the video. Like the video. The like costs nothing. You know? You can like the video. It costs nothing. We are almost 40 people watching now. Only 5 people, 5 likes. Like the video, like the video, like the video, like the video, guys. So, guys, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. If you are watching on Instagram, go on YouTube and go and actually join on YouTube. Because the stream will end now on Instagram. Yes, we're gonna start. Thank you, Adiola. Thank you. Uh, so, yeah, my name is Mitlai. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you again for joining this Friday Night Football Club on Gun Football. And I want to appreciate you for actually for joining once again. Today is going to be very, it's so lovely that we'll have a lot of things to discuss. So, if you are joining on Facebook, guys, get ready. Go and join on Instagram at Gun Football 2 on on YouTube. You will be able to actually see us throughout the program. But I'll be ending it quickly on what's it called on Facebook now. So, guys, as usual, I like to start, on the home front, so that I like this popular say that charity always begins at home. So, um, let me start on the home front quickly. So earlier today, actually, Raymond Stars actually played against Zubima of what's it called of Comoros, and Raymond Stars won the second game 1-0. So it was actually 5-0 on aggregate. So as I'm talking to you now, Raymond Stars progressed already to the second round, and they will play against Sundance of South Africa. So in the second round, so the winner of the game between Sundance and Raymond Stars will actually we progress to the group stage of the CAF Champions League. The money spinning CAF Champions League. So, guys, if you are in Nigeria, you are in Lagos, you are in Abeokuta, you'll be hosting Tebo Mokoena again very soon when Raymond Stars actually host when Raymond Stars actually host Sundance of South Africa. So it's promised to be a very lovely game. I'll be so happy if Raymond Stars can actually can eliminate Sundance of South Africa. It's very lovely. So Raymond Stars is not the only Nigerian team playing the continent. We also have Rivers United. They will playing against the Congolese team, Angels du Congo. That's going to be played at the Uyo, at the Gospel Public Stadium in Uyo. So the first leg ended 0-0. It was played in Kinshasa. So, and another Nigerian club too, also in action in the Abeokuta, will be Kwara United. They will play against Ashanti Kotoko of Kumasi in Ghana. So the first leg at the Abeya Stadium in Kumasi ended 4-3 in favor of Ashanti Kotoko. So the second game is going to play at the MK Abdullah Stadium in Abeokuta. And that's the reason why Remo played today, because Ashanti Kotoko will need to use the stadium to train tomorrow before the game on Sunday. So all this match day -1 and things like that. So we'll go to that issue, later in the show. talking about the Zimbabwe matter, I'll talk to you about that one too. So, also to Abia Warriors too, we go to Mali to play against Joba, the Doba of Mali. The first leg ended 1-1 in Uyo. So Abia Warriors wasted so many opportunities to kill that game off. And when you don't score when you're on top, you concede, and that's what happened. So Abia Warriors had countless opportunities but couldn't finish. But it was now 1-1, and now because their away goal rule still counts in Africa. So Abia will be, they have to go and win in Mali. So for me, I think it's going to be very tough. So who do you think will progress? For me, Remo already progressed, so I'm happy. The results nil-nil against nil-nil in Congo is a very tricky result. But I think Rivers United will win. They will win in Uyo. I think Rivers United will progress to the second round, just like Remo. Kwara United, I saw the game between Kotoko and Kwara United. I was so surprised that Kotoko really, not really doing well. I'm surprised that they won the MTN Ghana FA Cup. Not impressed with Ashati Kotoko. In fact, if they play the way they played, in Kumasi, against Kwara, I think they will lose that game by maybe 3-0 in Abeokuta. So I think that even 1-0 victory for Kwara in Abeokuta should be enough to take them to the second round. So for me, I think 3 Nigerian clubs will progress. I don't want to write Abia Warriors off, but it's going very hard for Abia Warriors to go and beat Gibola in Mali. So that is that. So I'm tipping Kwara and Rivers to join Remo the second round of CAF competitions. So that is that. And yeah. So let's move on quickly, and talk about our teams to play in the continent, the underage team. So Nigeria Falconets, we play at the Adama Singba Stadium, in Ibadan, when they actually host Rwanda in the second leg of FIFA Under-20 World Cup qualifier. So the first leg ended 1-0 in favor of Nigeria. So it was a very interesting game. Rwanda, I really like them. They played very well in that game. They're trying to play from the back, try to out Nigeria. But the issue is that the Nigerian team actually was more talented than the Rwandan team. So I wasn't surprised we won that game 1-0. It'll be more than that actually for Nigeria. But the second game is going to be in Ibadan, Nigeria. You can see them training in Ibadan. So majority of the team that played for Nigeria there, played for Nigeria at the underage. You can see Miracle Sani there. You can see Janet, the tall striker from Bayelsa United, Bayelsa Queen. Sorry, you can see Janet there. You can see Taiwo Afolabi, playing in that same team. So a lot of them actually played for Nigeria under 17, previously, and under 20 previously. So, I wish them the best of luck. I think they will be able to get the results in Ibadan and qualify for the next stage. I was really expecting Miracle Sani to perform really well and be the leader in this team, but I was surprised that she didn't do well. I'll have to say it. She didn't do well in Kigali. She didn't do well. I was surprised. A Falcon player, brought in to replace Ashley Plunter. She didn't do well in Kigali. She didn't do well in Kigali. I have to say that. Not so spite her, but she didn't do well in Kigali. I expect somebody that has played for Falcon before, you want to come and impose yourself, maturity. She was saying, nah. So I wish them best of luck. I hope that they can actually progress, which I think they should. So, and kudos to Governor Shimakide for actually for hosting them, for bailing the NFF out. So actually host this team because Abeokuta is occupied. They are also playing in Uyo. We don't have any last stadium again. There's renovation currently going on in the Kenya, so we don't have any stadium again. Kudos to Shimakinde, the governor of Oyo State, hosting this team and also paying for everything. So I hope that I like my Ibadan people now. They like to watch football a lot. They come out en masse and support this team. So kudos to Shimakinde and best of luck to the Falconets too. So let's quickly actually move on and talk about the under 17 team. So Manu Gaba, the veteran Nigerian manager, in charge of our Nigeria under 17 team. They started on a very good note. They played their first game against the junior cheaters of Benin Republic. They won by 4 goals to 1. So a player, George Agba scored 3 goals, and also Ede, the captain, actually scored 1. So what a good performance, especially in the first half. They did so well in the first half. I was really impressed, based on they're just similar to like Manugaba's team now. So that was that the bit. So that's Benin Republic already out. So they will playing tomorrow against Burkina Faso. So the winner of that game, if the game ends in a draw, Nigeria will top the group and will face Ghana in the semi-final. And if Nigeria should lose that game, maybe probably Nigeria lose that game, then Nigeria and Burkina Faso, Nigeria will now face what's it called, Ivory Coast in the semi-finals. For me, I think Nigeria should look for a way to draw and win that game, because I have watched the Ivory Coast team. I realized that if Nigeria play against Ivory Coast again, we will not be going to next year's AFCON again, honestly, because the Ivory Coast team, playing in front of their own crowd, very good team. I think it might be very hard for Nigeria to progress if we play against Ivory Coast in the semi-final. So I'm thinking that the guys should look for a way to beat Burkina Faso or draw tomorrow. Then we face Ghana. I think we have a better chance against Ghana, than against Ivory Coast. So I wish Coach Mangaba the very best of luck. In case you don't know, Ghana came from nowhere to actually beat Niger Republic this evening. 3 goals to 1. There was one boy, he's called Kakwa Mensah. He scored from Taiwo like goal, to beat Niger Republic. Niger Republic went down, they got a red card in that game actually. Since they got that red card, Ghana dominated that game, and they won that game 3 goals to 1. So that's the reason why Ivory Coast now top the group, Ghana second. So Ghana will face the first country in Group B, which might be Nigeria, Burkina Faso. Why Ivory Coast will face the second team, the second place team. That is that. So guys, watch the game tomorrow. Nigeria against Burkina Faso to decide who will top that group. I wish the boys the very best of luck. See, guys, we need to qualify for this tournament. I've not been there for how long. We need to qualify. So I wish them the very best of luck. So going to the under 20 now. The Nigeria under 20 team will be playing this year's FIFA under 20 World Cup too. That will start in like 2 days time or so. So Nigeria will face, I think, not win the first game at 9 p.m. Nigerian time. That's and also play midnight, against Saudi Arabia and actually Colombia. So they played 2 friendly games. They beat Australia 3-1 and also drew 1-1 against Chile. So they're preparing well for this tournament. And under coach Ali Zubairu. Last week I broke the list down for you guys to actually look at the players that you guys selected to play for Nigeria in this year's under 20 World Cup. So I wish the team the very best of luck. But there was another thing that actually what happened in that team is that Wisdom Ikorodu, the Ikorodu defender, got injured in camp, so he won't be playing for Nigeria. So I've been replaced by ageless Aliru, Aruna Aliyu. I don't know how they actually this guy, out of all the defenders we have now, that 20 team, I don't know why it's going to be Aruna Aliyu that would be replaced. I don't want to say anything about this guy. I just mute myself. Some of you know this guy. The guy plays currently for Bukit Tourist of Bauchi. I know he was once playing for Doma FC. I think he played for Malataki, under Coach Mangaba. So now Mangaba player with this. So, I don't want to say anything about him. But when I say I'm quiet, I'm silent about this guy, I'll just keep it that way. So it was part of the Nigerian team that played Wafubi. The one that we played in Togo. We won that Wafubi in Togo. It was there. He was dropped on the way to AFCON. He was dropped on the way to AFCON. Yes, thank you, Sport Grinder. He was dropped on the way to AFCON. I don't know. See, what I'm saying, what happened to this boy that he missed AFCON? If FIFA, if CAF, if anybody detects, say, this boy that same issue surface again and they ban Nigeria, Ibrahim Gusso should not only resign, he needs to go to jail. If that same issue about this boy happened again, because just take the country for granted. If what happened to this boy that allowed him to miss AFCON, if that same issue surface again, Ibrahim Gusso should not only resign, he should go from there to jail. You cannot just take the whole country at ransom. Just the whole country, just take the whole country. I don't know. People just take the country for granted. Just do things as if sitting at your family house. But I won't see anything. This is a public platform. I won't see anything. I wish the boy the very best of luck. But that same issue that makes this boy to miss AFCON, if that same issue surfaces again and we're in trouble, I will just leave it that way. Just leave it that way. I won't say anything about it because it's a public part. I won't say anything about it. So that is actually what that's on the replacement. So, and also to this evening, I'm hearing that Daniel Daga too will be joining the team. So, as been released by his club mode, they'll be joining the team. So there'll be 21 players in camp. Then I think they have the full complement of players now in camp. So they are now ready to go. So for me, I think despite that he's joining the team, Aruna Aliu will not be starting. I think the first choice is going to be Ahmed Akinyele and Daniel Bamayi. So let me just give you how I think the team should. I think how I think, guys. Super chat. People don't abuse me of super chat. If you want me to tweet or comment very well, add super chat to it. So for me, I think the way based on the friendly games they played, based on what I know, in fact, except the friendly games they played against Australia and Chile, I've watched all the games that this guy actually has played. So I would just say that based on my observation, I think Ebenezer Akot is the first choice, of this team. Ebenezer Akot. Then right back would be Ochushi, the boy from Rams FC. I think so. The left back, I think, is going to be Odinaka Okoro. I think in the center defense is going to be Ahmed Akinyele and Daniel Bamayi, based on my observation, based on the pattern. So if I'm wrong, it's going to be like 2 or 3 players. I think in the midfield, despite Daniel Daga did not really train with the team that much, I see Daniel Daga playing alongside this boy, the tall boy, Ayuma, playing alongside Ayuma, and maybe probably Ibrahim Awal joining them in that midfield. And up front, I'm not sure Paruba really will start. I think it might probably be Sani Mohammed, not Areri, Achichi, and Daniel and Agada will be up front. But let's wait and actually see. I don't think Parobo has not been starting, so he has been using Agada. Maybe he got a different option that he wants to use, but I think Agada might probably be the one leading the line. So that is that on the Nigeria under-20 team. So I'll be watching them live. So on Monday when they play against Norway. So yeah, to go to Super Eagles news now. I'm going to start on a very bad note. Actually, if you have seen the pictures before, you will realize that 2 Nigerian midfielders, players that are very popular among Nigerian fans, Rafael Onyedika, limped, got injured yesterday actually, and there's now really big doubts. Maybe it's going to be available for the game against Lesotho and the Crocodiles of Lesotho and Benin Republic in October. So there's big doubt about that, and also what Saturday Bajiru too also got injured against Roma. After like maybe 10 minutes or so, he got injured. He might probably be missing the game too, because I think he will be missing the game because I don't see the two of them what's it called, recovering before the October window. I don't see two of them recovering before the October window. I think they probably actually would miss that game, But what I can say is that under Shell, they are not key players under Shell. In fact, Rafael Onyedika did not play a single minute in the game against South Africa and also Benin Republic. No, sorry, South Africa and Rwanda. He didn't play a single minute. So it's going to be, you cannot say he's a key player under Eric Shell. And Dele Bashiru started against South Africa and did not play. He played, I think he came on against Rwanda. So it's not like the first name on Eric Shell's list. For example, now, the game that we want to win, against Lesotho, I want to score goals, just similar to the Rwanda game. So if you wonder that, will he start Bashiru? I don't know. So that is that on the injury updates. There's also some good news too. After actually we'll talk about the good news, we'll talk about the good news because Victor Osimhen is actually back and is training. Is now fully fit. He's ready to play this weekend and also to play against Liverpool on Tuesday. So, and I'm happy that he's back. That is one of the Nigerian best players. And if you see the picture on the screen there, that was when he scored this goal against Benin Republic. Around this time last year. So we want to see this picture again when we play against Benin Republic, October 14. So it's going to be very interesting. So I'm happy that he's back. I'm also happy that Semi Ajayi is also back too. At least that one will ease our defensive worries. Semi Ajayi is back, so maybe probably Benjamin Fredericks can actually yes, he even played tonight. Yes, he played tonight. So that is it. I'm happy that he's back. He's going to be fully fit for Liverpool again on Tuesday. So I'm happy for him that he actually is back. I hope that he can continue to actually to do well. So, and Semi Ajayi too is also back. So I think at least we can rest Ekong. But at least we can rest Ekong slightly because Ajayi and Kevin Bassey have been like, let's see exactly what they can actually do together. Though Ajayi and Kevin Bassey, they have not played together under Eric Shell, they have not played together under Eric Shell. So let's see exactly what will happen. But I'm happy that he's back and Ajayi will actually get a recall to the national team. I don't know the reason why the list is meant to be out today, but I'm talking about the provisional list. Maybe they are waiting till Monday to see who will be fit, who will not be fit before they release the full list on Monday. But we'll see. We'll come and discuss it when the full list actually when the full list is out. If you want me to discuss your comments, put super chat there. I will talk about it. Some of you are asking interesting questions, and I would have loved to answer, but it's not accompanied by super chat, so I'm not taking it. So that is that on injury updates. I wish them the very best of luck. I hope that those that are injured, even if they are injured now, they should be back before the November window, so that at least we can be able to use them for any engagement we have in November. So, talking about Super Eagles again, that this week I'll be hearing news that though not be officially announced by the NFF. I don't think I saw this on the NFF's website or social media or anything, but I got it that Nigeria will play against Venezuela on November 15 and also against against Colombia on 19th in America. So SSCO, you have cash. Go and put the cash in your bank and use it to buy super chats. SS, you like Wala. So and also what's it called? I don't know how to feel about this friendly game, but okay, let me just address it this way. There's a potential that Nigeria will not be playing this friendly game. So they have already paid the NFF. Maybe I've paid the NFF for this friendly game because we have two crucial games. If Nigeria beats Benin Republic and Lesotho in the two games that will be played, I will play I will play this November. This October, sorry. There's 70% chance that Nigeria will play in the playoff, at least the playoff. So why is the NFF organizing what? This friendly game? The way it is now, if NFF already collected money for this friendly game, that means that they will have to send the local based players to go and play that friendly game, because the playoff game will be in Morocco between that time, Saturday 15 and what, and 19th. The playoff will be there. So I understand from Guzo perspective that they are thinking ahead in case they didn't qualify and things like that. But there's a big chance of us making the playoff. Big chance. If we win those two games, there's 70% chance of making the playoff. I don't want to say 100% because two results must go for Nigeria. Those results are three results must go for Nigeria. Rwanda must at least not lose to Benin Republic. Sierra Leone should not lose at home to Burkina Faso heavily. And also to Mozambique should not beat Guinea. Those three games, Mozambique against Guinea, Sierra Leone against the Burkina Faso, Rwanda against Benin Republic, and also what's it called? And this last game, Comoros against Madagascar. Those four games I actually mentioned should go for Nigerian favor, which I think that predicting this game, I think I don't see a very large high score margin there. So, I don't see that. So let's see. So for me, I just think that we have to do everything to win the game. When we do everything to win the game, then we see exactly what will now happen. But for NFF going to organize friendly game, I just think it's too early. But because you have to secure the friendly game too, I understand that. But I just think that come on, you still have the chance of playing the playoff. Okay, so and secondly too, we're playing against Venezuela and Colombia. Prepare Nigeria for AFCON. If you're preparing for AFCON, the type of team going to play during AFCON, it's not going to be Venezuela. It's not going to be Colombia. Why can't we organize friendly games against African opposition that will be playing in December? Why? The same thing with Falcons too. We organize friendly game against Portugal. We won't be facing a team like Portugal during AFCON. So I just think that if we want to play a friendly game, there should be a purpose for that friendly game. You want to achieve something from that friendly game. That's why you are playing this opposition. So, but for me, in America, how many players will come to travel down and everything? How many players will come and attend this again? God forbid we didn't qualify. How many players will be motivated to go and play in America? And how many players? So whenever you think about this thing very well too, that's how they carried our national team to go and play in Russia when we should be playing against Zambia. In the friendly game. So let me just take my first super chat. I got it from Sport Grinder. So that Ed Gibson, and Ebenezer are on the radar to be called up. Have you heard about Gibson? Yeah, I know Gibson. Yeah, he's a very, very good player. Actually, he played in the Dutch league. Very good player. I saw his clips. I have to be honest with you. Good player. He's a very good player. He's a good player. He's a very, very good player. He's qualified to play for Ghana. But I think, guys, he's holding on to play for Nigeria. He's a very young player too. All with due respect to all these boys, we should not introduce them to Super Eagles directly. Why can't we have under 23? Why can't our under 23 play friendly game? For example, now, Ebenezer Akison can still play. Ezetu can still play. This guy called Gibson can still play for under 20, under 23. Why can't they play? Mr. Suji, why can't we take players from that? Everything is just Super Eagles because we don't have structure, and that's the major problem. So Gibson, good player. I know him. He plays in Dutch league. I watched him play against. Was he against Ajax? He had a very good game. Was he against Ajax or Feyenoord? One of those big clubs. He had a very, very good game. I wouldn't be surprised if he got called up because he really wants to play for Nigeria. So what I think African positions don't pay. Yes, they don't play. Africans will pay them friendlies. Yes, I understand with you. It's about money. It's that I think NFL are just being proactive in case we don't qualify, so they can play these games next year. Okay. They don't think outside the box. That is one of the problems to actually what have. So Don't pay. Yeah, I agree with you. So yeah, that's that about the friendly game. I don't know how to feel about the friendly game, but yeah. So talking about the World Cup qualifiers now, quickly, so let me just start from the Nigerian game quickly. So there's been back and forth between CAF, Nigeria, FIFA, South Africa, Lesotho, SAFA, ELFA, NFF, CAF, FIFA about the venue. Lesotho wanted to play the game in Bloemfontein. They sent us, oh, go and repair the pitch. Why is Lesotho insisting on playing the game in Bloemfontein? But today, in fact, today, about 2 or 3 hours ago, that is when they now officially confirm that the game will be played at the Peter Mukaba Stadium in Polokwane. So that's where the game will be played. You can see it's a very good pitch. So if you have not seen the pitch before, go and watch Lesotho against Africa, the one that Mokoena played illegally. You will see the pitch there. It's a very, very good pitch. I like the pitch. It's a very good pitch. It's a very good pitch. I like the pitch, way better than even Uyo. I like the pitch. That's the pitch. That's the pitch you can actually see there. That's the Peter Mukaba Stadium actually in Polokwane. Very good pitch. So so this is the pitch. This is the pitch. This is the pitch in Polokwane. This is the pitch. The ball moves very fast there. This is the stadium. So so I think NFF insists that they can never go back to Bloemfontein again to go and play. So they even lodged a complaint to FIFA that they did not that Bloemfontein did not meet the what's it called, the requirements that they meant to host that game of that caliber. So that's the reason why they cannot go back to Bloemfontein. So and if you look at it too, Bloemfontein this is where Lesotho has been playing their games for their clubs. I wish them luck. Looks like Leslie Stadium. So oh Lord, go Lesotho. So that is that on that. And thank you Edoto, for that super chat. Thank you. So that is that. Just confirm that one this evening. So just confirm that one this evening. And I wish the team the very best of luck. There. It's a good pitch. And that is it. That is it. So I don't know why Lesotho was insisting that they want to play the game in Bloemfontein before, but I'm happy that FIFA, CAF, they actually will say, oh guys, that pitch wasn't good. We have to we have to change it. So that's the new venue now. It's going to be played at 7 p.m. Sorry, not 7 p.m. 5 p.m. South African time. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. South African time. So the FIFA recommended that the game between Zimbabwe and South Africa, the game between Nigeria and Lesotho, the game between Rwanda and Benin Republic should be played the same time. Should be played at the same time, so that to avoid all this nonsense permutation. The game between Zimbabwe and South Africa was meant to be played around 3 p.m. before. 2 p.m. South African time. Yeah. But they changed it so that they can play that game simultaneously, so that there will not be anything to, there will not be anything to actually what, there will not be any, maybe probably somebody getting one attack or the other when the previous also what the result. So Nigeria will be playing out on sorry, let me just put that one there. The game will be on Friday. So if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be on Friday. It's going to be on Friday. It's going to be on Friday. It's going to be on Friday, yeah. It's going to be on Friday. It's going to be on Friday, the 10th of October. Friday, the 10th of October. I think I'm not, yeah. It's going to be 10th of October. Yeah, Friday, 10th of October. Thank you, Remy Ali, for your super chat. It's going to be what Friday, what 10th of October. So, and there's also another change in venue too. Another change in venue. Zimbabwe was meant to play against South Africa in Botswana, but last minute they changed the venue to what's it called, to Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. So see, I just want to put it this way. I also investigated this thing slightly. My initial thing was that, okay, this is what happened. Let me just explain what happened here. Why the venue change? So ZIFA, that's Zimbabwe Football Federation, they booked Botswana for the game between them and South Africa. And everything was good, was approved. But SAFA went to FIFA to go and ask FIFA that they cannot play in Botswana. And the reason is because there is a game on the day, on October 9. There's a game October 9 in what's it called? In Botswana. That's the game between what? Between Botswana and Uganda. There is this mandatory match day -1. I mean match day +1. What do you want to call it? Match day +1 or -1. That you have to train on the pitch before you play the next day. Because they cannot train on that pitch, because there's a match going on there, they cannot train on that pitch the day before. So that's the reason why they want to go out. They cannot play there. And FIFA too accepted that, okay, you must train, you must fill the stadium a day before the game. Since there's no way you can fill the stadium, the Botswana Stadium is not what? It's not suitable to host that game. So you now ask ZIFA to choose a game. Where did they think that you can play the game? So they had the option to pick the game, to pick between Orlando Stadium and Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. So they went for Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban. The reason is because, one, there are more Zimbabweans in Durban. They said that the weather in Durban is, is similar to what they experience in Zimbabwe. In Durban, it's slightly warmer than other, Durban is like high altitude. It's like higher altitude than most places. So most clubs in South Africa, they're actually inland. They are like on the ground. But Durban is higher. If you understand what I'm talking about, they have actually high altitude. So that's why they want to, it's similar to where they play. So they picked Durban instead. They used to play their game at the Orlando Stadium before. But now change it to Durban to see maybe, okay, they can actually have a little advantage playing against South Africa there. One, based on what I see, is that, well, they might have the advantage against Africa. But in that game, they can't hold South Africa more than 60 minutes. They can't hold South Africa more than 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, they will open up. After 6 minutes, they will actually They will open up. They will open up. He says it's lower. So we say it's similar to what they actually experience. So they will open up. Yes, they will open up. A majority of Zimbabwean players, they play in Europe. They play in Europe. Yeah, it is by the coastline. Yes, I agree. Because yes, it's by the coastline. Yeah, It's by the coastline. So they play in Europe. So for me, I don't think there's any big advantage here for Zimbabwe, honestly. But anyhow, they're going to play it. If it's Botswana, if it's anywhere, I just think that that's venue change. So initially, I smelled that there might be politics here, but looking at the way South Africans, don't tell you the way Zimbabwean, they're going about this thing, is like they are trying to play for pride. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's like they are trying to play for pride. Yes, thank you. They want 50-50 because when they play in inland, thank you, Ledama. When they play in inland, South Africa always have that advantage. So they want to play outside. So because it's similar to their weather, so maybe they can show what have advantage against Africa. But it's going to be a great game. I might not be watching the game because I'm focused on Nigeria against Lesotho in Polokwane. So, and also, maybe I would rather watch the Benin Republic against Rwanda than to watch this game. But kudos to, I won't say kudos to them. I just say I wish them the very best of luck. So, yeah, we'll be happy. Yes, they will be happy to beat Africa. I know they will be happy to beat Africa, but it will not happen. I will tell you, it will not happen. It will not happen. Yes, that's what they're talking about. Because Mark News, their coach, is saying that this is like a dress rehearsal before their game during AFCON, that he wants to prove a point. And he has been getting new players in Europe too, to see exactly what they want to, what they can actually do. But I saw, well, let's see. The list will be out next week for Zimbabwe. We'll see exactly which player actually will be calling up, because I think Lesotho will be playing against Zimbabwe in Polokwane in the last game. So so they will play in South Africa. They play their 2 games in South Africa. The last game is going to be in Polokwane against Lesotho. So that is that on that game. So anything, I took note of that observation. So and I have to say this thing too. In all these changing of venues and everything, I have to say it. NFF has been very active on this changing of venues. Yes, NFF has been very active on this changing of venues. I will not lie to you. They have been very active. They have been very, very active, about changing of venues and everything. So, and they have been very involved in it. They don't want teams to start playing in South Africa. And I will tell you something, I don't blame South Africa. I don't blame them. This whole mess started during the last Qatar World Cup qualifier. Morocco played all their game in Morocco. Morocco played all their game at home. They played all their game at home. All their games at home. They played all their games at home. So it's also easy to now. If you have infrastructure, very well, you can and they pair you against. Look at the Comoros team now that went to go and play against Raymond Stars. They don't have stadium. They had to play the 2 games against Remo in the same stadium. They lost 4-0 and 1-0. That's an advantage too. There's no away game for Remo. Remo played the 2 games at home. There's no away game for Remo. So this advantage, I think, curfew, anybody without stadium, they should not play game. If you don't have at least one CAF approved stadium in your country, don't participate, because this thing is going to keep on going on, going on. Don't participate at all. Morocco will sit down. You know what even upset me mostly was that Morocco forced Congo. You know, Congo, Morocco forced Congo to go and play in Morocco in this World Cup qualifier, and they wiped them 5-1 also. They forced them. In fact, Congo said that they will not go and play in Morocco. They want to play. Some is okay, but CAF and CAF, FIFA, and Morocco, they forced them to go and play in Morocco. Eh? They should just. If you don't have stadium, don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Then all these countries, they will buckle up. So, well, so I hope that CAF can come out strong on these teams, because it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much. For example, now it's easy for countries with infrastructure to qualify for World Cup. Ivory Coast, 19 points. Just sit down somewhere. They play their game. They have stadiums. So that is actually what that. We just this thing. I don't like when they do this thing. So my last story today, fast. So that story is about this guy. I have to talk about this guy, Tabo Mokwena. I'll talk about Tabo Mokwena. See, I've been um we had access to part of the letter that FIFA sent to SAFA. So FIFA quoted like 3 laws sent to SAFA, 3 articles or so. Article this and this and that. Okay. For me, for me, I don't know why South Africans are happy that we don't point deduction. Because what I'm hearing from South Africa now is that don't worry, we know we did bad, but they will only fine us because of this. Let me just explain to those listening very well, because I can see some people that are very experienced, that are very knowledgeable, because of emotions, they don't know exactly what they're talking about. I know law does not know any does not know anybody. Law is law, but it's not time. There are different situations, different word applications. If if a player, suspended player, played in a tournament, like you play every 2 or 3 games, 3 days, and you didn't complain within 24 hours, FIFA will not ban you, they will fine you. They will fine you. But if it's a qualifiers, these long qualifiers like this, they will what? They will deduct points. So there's a difference between these tournaments and this long qualifier process. Long qualifier process, the rule must apply. They must apply that rule there. If you play an ineligible player, it's going to be forfeiture. And based on my investigation too, based on what I hear, is that in the response to FIFA, SAFA admitted that they were wrong to play Tebo Mokwena. And it was due to it was due to administrative words mistake. They were wrong. So if they put that one there, they were wrong. So and they are trying to follow the Nigerian way too, saying that maybe somebody attending to the kids was sick and everything. I was hearing that, but Nigeria also said that the guy attending to, I don't mind check our email, had cardiovascular problem that is in the hospital. We couldn't check those emails. That's the reason why we did not check that email. But unfortunately, CAF, or the FIFA, did not respond to that. FIFA just said that, oh guys, you made mistake, and you have to actually go, and you have to visit. So that is that. So those confidence, please, it should just go out of the window. Let me take quick chat again. So rather than telling them not to play, just ban playing home games in your open. Okay, that's another way too. Yes, this is a good suggestion. Yes, this is also a good suggestion. Listen, that's also a very good suggestion too. So anyway, said that they think they can get away with a fine. Yes, they agree. I agree with you. That's what they're talking about. Say, they can fine us big, but that is fine. We're okay with that. We pay the fine. So that's what they think that they can actually get away with fine. So that is that today. There's a lot of things to actually we'll talk about, but I don't want to spend too much time today. There is I was meant to do the preview of the game, like tactical preview of the game between Nigeria and Lesotho, but I just think that I want the list to come out first before I should do that tactical preview. So if you want to join, please make it very fast. I don't want us to do our usual 3 hours today. Please be very fast when you actually want to join and contribute. Thank you to those sending super chat, guys. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Thank you, keep it coming. So there's some things that I just observed quickly. FIFA already released the list of the featured list of the World Cup qualifier. So for me, I just think that the way they arranged the thing, well, what I'm just saying is that okay, let me just explain this final one for Nigerians, because people have been asking me these questions too. That why are you celebrating? Why are you celebrating the point deduction of South Africa? The issue is this: if Nigeria cannot finish first, Lesotho must not finish last. Lesotho must not finish what last? Lesotho must not finish what? They must not finish last. Because with that 3 points for Lesotho, they'll be on 9 points. With due respect, I don't see South Africa lose against Zimbabwe. I don't see them lose against Zimbabwe. So, but let me tell you something, guys. I don't want to give you anybody hope. But in this football, this run leather game, stranger things are actually what happened. I was even thinking that we might even likely bottle it if to say we beat Africa than than for us to be in this situation. So, I just hope, see, and I will say it here, if South Africa will drop any point, in this World Cup qualifier, the game that they will drop points will be against Rwanda. I just think so. If Rwanda could beat Benin Republic. So, but let me just try and get a lot of people actually to join on quickly so that we can actually talk about this matter. I don't want to go into I won't just be doing monologue. So I have with me Chris. Chris, thank you for your time. Thank you. That's my first caller. Thank you, Chris. And also Ladi too. Thank you. Ladi is a different location today.
No. I moved my house. Yeah. Good evening, boss.
Okay, you moved house.
Yeah.
Okay. I realize that it's not really. We we know ourselves now. So,
Long time, bro. Long time, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been
yeah. I saw
long
you
since
last
Solari,
week.
man.
I was saying to my wife, say, this guy, it's been a long time we saw him. Oh.
yes,
Yes,
him
man.
and Kola, since they appoint Eric Shell, they have not been. So let me hear from you, Chris. Your opinion. We'll be discussing quickly your opinion. Yeah.
Um, Me, I'm more focused on the what do you call it, game and all the whole stuff that's happening between us and the Zimbabwe, South Africa. I mean the whole Group C, and I was looking at the stuff that you posted about the whole stadium issue,
Mm-hmm.
and how Zimbabwe had to like change from Botswana to playing in South Africa, and it was just something I was just thinking in my head, like it's crazy because we would have been in this situation as South Africa, like being able to, how do I say, like have enough quality stadiums that we can you know use for our own advantage,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately we don't have something like that. So now all we have to do now is to complain and try to stop some of these things from happening. But I think the thing now is that South Africa, you know, last week they were all happy about the fact that they just need one win. I remember before the game against us, they were all just saying that like I've never seen them this confident before. How they were going to beat us. They were saying that all our players should be available. That they don't want any excuses that we say that because Osimhen did not play, that's the reason why that they want our players available. And I remember, I was going to you know, some watches of videos and I was commenting. I was telling them, look, you guys still have 3 points that they're still going to have to take away from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the pressure now is getting to them. And I was telling them like you have not qualified for the World Cup yet. Like there's still a whole lot to do. But it's somehow to them, I think like they just they I don't know whether maybe it's Dululu or maybe they just feel like they have done enough to go to the World Cup. And now, if they take these 3 points away from them, like we all know, Benin Republic is going to be topping the group.
Yeah.
And this game against Zimbabwe, that's supposed to be like a game where they can just just cruise and
Mm-hmm.
relax and play their game. It's not going to be like that anymore
Mm-hmm.
because the pressure now is going to be on them, not on Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure is going to be on them, and that's why I think that game against Zimbabwe is a game where I don't really see them winning that game.
Hmm.
I don't really see them winning that game because I think if FIFA announced the 3 point deduction before that game, it's gonna really hit them in a way that I don't think they're a team that can handle that type of what do you call it pressure. And
Pressure.
I don't see them playing the same way they were playing. I don't see them being able to play the same way they were playing anymore. And I think it's going to really affect them. And that game against Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe don't have anything to lose. Zimbabwe is not, like you said, they're playing for pride.
Mm-hmm.
And you spoke about how the coach is under some type of pressure, to show something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the
Zero
only thing
zero win.
exactly. So the only thing I think that might come into play is the fact that the whole Kosafa agenda. That's the only thing I see coming into play in that game. Maybe they can say, okay, there have been some backhand communication where they say, we want to be the let's make it to the World Cup. Just help us. That's the only thing I can see that happening. But if Zimbabwe is playing that game as they are playing for pride and they just want to show, I think it's going to be one of the toughest games for South Africa in this group.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you this question about good laddie because I'll be talking about this stadium issue. Why
Yeah.
the one thing that might be biased there? I saw South African women under 20. They paired them against Eswatini. Can you see? Eswatini is inside South Africa. Orlando Pirates is playing against a club from Lesotho. Imagine these fixtures. So, do you think it's a coincidence? Because they are playing against themselves. Pirates is playing against a club from Lesotho. All both home and away is Africa. The same thing, Eswatini playing against their under 20. So sometimes too, I just think that I don't want to use conspiracy theory. I just like it's strategic. But I want to ask you this question, Chris. If South Africa did not qualify for this World Cup, who would they blame?
I think we all know who the blame should be on if they don't make it to the World Cup, and it can't be on Tobo Mokoena because I mean, like, as a player, his duty is to do what he's supposed to do on the pitch, and he did his part. So it's supposed to be whoever is in charge, whatever officer is in charge of the, whatever goes on with the game. I think that's who they're supposed to blame for that.
Mm-hmm.
And because I mean, like, you can't really blame him, man. He has done his own part on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's been one of their best players on the pitch. So for them not to look at all these things, man, and maybe they were thinking because of the fact that they have the CAF president from their country, maybe something's gonna happen. But the thing is that the fact that Nigeria got that stuff that happened to Nigeria, where we got they took 3 points away from us, and everybody knew about this whole thing coming into this situation, coming into this World Cup qualifiers. So I mean, Mokoena, he has nothing to do with this. He's really not. But then again, as a player, sometimes most players, as a player and one of the most important players of that team, you yourself, you're supposed to know that, okay, somehow have some knowledge about this whole thing and be able to say, okay, look, I got a yellow card in this game and another one in this game. Can I maybe ask some questions like, how is it that I can play the next game or what? Just somehow get this information. But then again,
player or people managing the player? Is he on that player or people managing him?
I think 80% is on people managing the player, and I think also the player also himself need to hold some responsibility in terms of the fact that he got because he's not like I see he's a bench player. He's one of the most important players in the team. Like, I think somehow you're supposed to have some kind of record of this, you as a player.
Yeah. Okay. So,
especially for a game like this, especially for something like this that is so important to their country. They have not been to the World Cup since they hosted it.
Yeah.
So for them, if they don't make it to the World Cup, it's going to be the biggest embarrassment in this whole World Cup qualifier.
Yeah. So let me hear from you. I think we'll come back to you, Chris, before. I think I have Zizo waiting, Sport Grinder, and Mike. Mike, your camera is not on. No. Let me hear from you.
Yeah. So first off, I think right now Nigerians and Nigeria as a whole should realize we are now slowly losing our relevance.
Yeah.
Because we used to be football powerhouse, not just on the pitch. I mean, administrative wise, as much as our administration used to be very poor, we had that say. We can confidently say this to FIFA. I mean, to CAF, and then they would, But right now, to have such relevance is not by African giant, the richest black country. No, it has to be said with mouth. Sorry, it has to be said with actions. No, you can't point out two standard stadium in Nigeria. You can't produce I mean, good proper league. You can't organize proper league. I mean, the winner of our league is getting maybe $100,000 or how much, and then they are spending how much. All those things they cook it up to make. All those things are part of the things that FIFA and CAF as a whole look us. They already know how our system works. They know how our government is working. They can easily say we are not deducting this point. The only thing is going to affect is the integrity of FIFA. Minus the integrity of FIFA, there's nothing Nigeria and Nigerians will do. We will just rant. Nothing will happen. So it doesn't look like something is going to change. It looks like it's going to get worse. Look at under 17. Manu Gaba has been the coach for how many years back now?
The landlord.
And yeah, and then the man doesn't even seem like he can get something out, which is really sad. And then our football is slowly dying. I watched Ulysses this thing a few days ago, and I can from I mean we can, all of us on this life can agree our football is slowly dying. If we are going to be competing in subsequent African Cup of Nations or World Cup, is going to be all these jackpot children in the next few years that will help Nigeria. Because looking at Nigeria and Nigerian league, there's nothing sure coming out of that place. Eh, I mean, for good, as football wise. So for this World Cup qualifier thing, Mr. Amos, thank you, because you always raise my hope. I love this Nigerian team so much. I
Yeah, me
love
too.
these teams. I love this team so much. And then if Nigeria qualify, me, I'll give Gant, not you, Gant football, £200. If Nigeria
Uh-uh.
qualify, because the way you have raised my hope, I didn't really look at that second place, this thing.
Uh-huh.
Then a few days
Mhm.
ago, I was just looking at it on AI, and then AI explained everything to me. And it
Okay.
looks like there is slightly chance. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you don't know what you are doing to me. I won't lie, but I can't express it with words of mouth. All these
Yeah.
things you used to put, if you post on Instagram, I sharply watch it. About
Uh-uh.
this, you move news to
Same,
there.
same, same.
But I mean, I can't wait for that turnaround in maybe
Hmm.
say, because me, honestly, I don't see South Africa losing any match again. But
Yeah.
if it happens, it
Yeah.
happens. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so thank you, Daddy. So Daddy already said something. You didn't touch on it. But you said it's on the DM. Maybe I could have the permission to
Yeah,
say it, that based on what happened in that last window, you didn't really see the
yeah,
danger again. In this.
yeah.
What did you
The,
observe?
uh, I don't know, but they can. I, d- maybe or maybe not, or I'm just wrong. They are not iPad like that
Hmm.
again. The fire in them is
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
I think they only had that thing when Chell just came in, and then after that, Zimbabwe draw.
Hmm.
They are just maybe I'm just the one feeling like that.
Hmm.
Might be different situation, but
I think they had that
I don't.
against Rwanda. Remember the
Yes,
touchline?
yes,
Everybody, like,
yeah. They were sluggish and
no, but again, if you look at against Rwanda, the touchline, the big boys in the team, Ekong was there throughout. Lukman was controlling. Beg Mark, because they had that picture of the Zimbabwe game in their head. That
yeah, yeah.
it can actually what happened. So
But
they had that. For me, I just think that every player wants to go to the World Cup. But you've mentioned something before that if you are working under somebody and you're a guy, you are dressing, coming to make the company good, and you're like,
mhm.
is wearing slippers.
Yes, no, yes, no.
And
So,
come and
can you just in few seconds
yeah.
mention 11 players that you think can start for us in the next game? Because me, I don't see. I know he's not playing.
Mm.
I don't trust our Zim. I don't trust
So for
that
me,
former Fenerbahce man.
for me, with due respect, Lesotho, and I will say it here, if Nigeria play the way they play against Zimbabwe in Uyo, they'll collect four.
But do we have the players to play that to play like
So
that?
I want to lie to you, eh? I don't want to mention the player's name, eh? There's some players in that team that if Shea did not drop them, that the one that will sack Shell finally. Honestly, if he did not drop them, that the one that will sack Shell. And one of them is a winger. I'm not mentioning the winger's name. If
Moses Simon.
if they did not drop that the one that will sack Shell, I can tell you.
He won't.
He's a guy he likes to be loyal to players and his life. He didn't drop that certain player. I'm like to you, eh? it gives the player so much responsibility that
Yeah.
you're but the player is like a Temu or the winger. So I'm sorry to say that.
Respect,
So
respect of the
as
wingy, or respect of the wingy, or the wingy has give you the
no, you
record.
said Temu or the wingy. It's like
Temu,
Nah,
the one from
yeah,
Temu.
man,
he's
tell me,
hyping on the
Kedia.
wingy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as much as Moses is getting old, I don't think there's anybody there that can bench him now.
But let me tell you something, Elaji, before you go, before I release you. They interview the player, say, who is the worst dressed? Don't mention the player's name, oh. They ask that who is the worst dressed in Super Eagle. He mentioned, don't mention the player's name, oh.
Yeah.
He mentioned a certain player. Say, it's not as if he's the worst dressed, but he cannot wear what he's wearing. I don't know the player. Oh. Now say it's because he's an elderly man. And they're the same age, oh. So let's end it that way. Let's end it that way. All right, thank you, Chris. Thank you. So, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Daddy. So, thank you, guys. So I have Michael has been here with Zizo, but Michael camera is not on. There's no way I can put Michael actually what's on now. So I have to bring Zizo and Spot Grinder because Michael camera is not on. Zizo, you like that video. Okay, let's see you very well. So I'm having Spot Grinder on and Zizo, yeah. So Zizo, you can meet yourself and let's hear from you. So Michael, if you can sort the camera out, please.
Smith, how is your side?
Yeah, we're good. Just stay in one place.
Okay,
So that we can hear you very well, can enjoy you.
okay. Yeah, I'll be watching you because I just saw you on live. I was watching something on the television. I think this April match he just finished Galatasaray match. But
Okay.
Osimhen play like 5 minutes or 7 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for him to recover full. Yeah.
Yeah.
But from what you just presented, but me, I want to start from grassroots because our grassroots is nothing to write home about. It's dying. It's dying, to be honest with you. And what I want to say is that starting from our underage football, I don't know why the NFF doesn't want to do things as in a right way. As in what I mean in the essence is that why would they give somebody a coaching job and they will not tell the person you have to make sure that this job you have to do it in all geopolitical zone in Nigeria, this recruiting for the underage. Why will they allow them to stay in the Bauchi or in Medugri or in the northern part of Abuja to recruit? When you know that some of these underage players, some of them, majority of people that will give you what you want, I will give you what Nigeria wants, even in the future, is people that are poor. Big people, big man people don't play football.
There's no theory to back that one up. Oh.
You understand?
There's no theory to back that one up.
I'm telling you, because the way the poor man people will play with their life, big man children will not play ball like that. Because when they remember where they're coming from, just look back and look at our under age football in the olden days. You see the way they play and check now the present ones now. You understand? That is what is clean Nigerian football. You don't see raw, you know what is called raw talent. People that play ball even with barefoot. When they control ball like this, you will know that this boy is a born player. You understand? That is what is happening in Nigeria. Nobody is doing that anymore. No secondary school food. So before they used to go for all this, play all this intercontinental within the state, and this thing in Nigeria. You see people school from secondary school from Anambra from the east going to the south to play match. You understand? From there, that even in England here, that is what they do.
Okay, I'm coming. Can you now travel from where you're talking about here now to go and play with kids in the bus now?
As in to go and play ball here in UK.
Travel from Onitsha. I mean, no, travel from Aba in a very lonely road and go and play in Benin. Can you do it now?
How would you do it? It's not possible. That is what I'm trying to say.
So it's not only football, though. It's about the country entirely, because sometimes too this thing is not visible. Again.
But how you manage it is that going to all this geopolitical zone to do that recruitment. You can come to Asaba and recruit within.
I agree with that.
Understand? You can go to Bayelsa and recruit within Bayelsa. You go to Akwa Ibom, recruit within Akwa Ibom. That's what they're supposed to be doing. You can't just stand one place. How do you expect, even if they have money, they will first of all feed their family before sending their children all the way from Anambra to Bauchi for trial. They know that whether they don't know whether they will take them or not. Me, when I was in Nigeria, there was all this aspire trial that these people come to Asaba to do. I travel. It was easier for me to travel from Anambra State to Asaba for that trial, because it's not that much distance. That is what some people from Enugu, some people from Imo State, they came for that trial. You see thousands of talent players. So they don't have boot safe. They borrow boot to come for that trial. You understand? So all these things, what they're supposed to be, not to stay one place and they be picking people, all these people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Nigeria,
do you know what it is for Nigeria not to qualify for under 17?
Hey! Yeah, let me just back you up slightly before I let you go, Zizo. This football that we are celebrating in Nigeria before 1976, we didn't have any AFCON medal. It was this master plan that they did in 1972. They went to different parts of the country.
Yes.
To bring. There's one man called Father Tico. I don't know, maybe you heard about him before. It's called Father Tico. He coached Nigeria to, when Nigeria lost to Tunisia in Lagos, that's Godwin Odie's own goal. That was when the man vets leave, because then Nigeria was on the verge of going to the World Cup with Argentina. So it was part of the master plan. It was the one they sent to the east to go and look for players. That was when you saw these players like a lot of players came from the east, and there's one guy too that's called, I think he's late now. Is he Godwin Hussein? They had a lot of players that came there. So, there's one thing about Nigeria. Different zone, different strengths. If you want to go to the east, then we know them for wingers. See, we know, say, endurance and everything. You get them in the north. See, we are so defenders. West, Benin. That's how we know our strengths. Let me tell you something. There's a reason why Kenya, Tanzania, they dominate long distance, because they know their strengths. We Nigerians, except we are lying to ourselves, we know where our talents are, but we will not see the truth. Some people go and be doing camping in Abuja, bringing players from Alaitaki to come and be doing under 17. They know where the players are, but because of corruption, They will not. See, when Amuneke did under 17, we did not bring some certain people, but we went with the one from the south and things like that. You can see we got to see Chukwueze, we got a lot of players that year. I'm just trying to say that sometimes we need to be sincere with ourselves.
Hey,
let me tell you something. Delta and Bini can produce under 17.
Raw
Solid
talent.
under 17. Yes.
Raw talent.
So
people that when they control ball like this, okay, look at our Super Eagle, for instance. Now that's another
so
angle.
We fast wrap it up quickly so that I can. So
yeah.
Wrap it up quickly.
Now, Since Mikel, Okocha, Mikel, nobody again. That's it. He's gone.
He's gone.
No more midfield anymore. Nobody can hold ball and control within, drive within that midfield. Even drive out to our opponent and give pass. All this NDD and these people, they can't play. They can't play. It's not what is called midfield. Midfield is somebody that can control ball, have the confidence to drive out from his zone. It's not staying one place and be pointing hand like this, this. You can't move. You can't move. You can't shoot. You can't create. What kind of midfield is that?
You know. One thing I say is this. This is before you go. I said Zubeiru. If you can give us another Ahmed Musa and Oginyo Naze, we will not forget you. See, I'm not asking of Kanu and Okocha. I'm not asking of Dewinge and Utaka. Ahmed Musa, give us one. Give us Ahmed Musa. Give us Oginyo Naze.
Hey.
See, do you think that Prime Musa will be playing for Nigeria and will be suffering these away games? This thing, somebody could don't catch chicken.
To take shot outside 18. To take shot outside 18 is the problem.
So thank you, Zizo, for your time. I have to bring people on. So, sports guys, let me hear from you.
Hey, hi Smith, man. How you guys doing?
Yeah,
man. Okay. The last guy is very passionate, man.
I know. He's very passionate. Yeah,
you can see it is. But anyway. Let me go chronologically with the topics you've been talking today. Around the 17, it's not that I have anything against Manu Garber. I think if you give that man free hand, he always picks a good team. And I think, from what I watched, I think there was a little pressure from agents on him this time because I could see some ballers, like when I watched the game against Benin, the first half was very ruthless. That was the real Man Gaba's team. But I think we have coaches that can also either come in. There's a Beyond Limits coach. I saw a video circulating around that was very well spoken.
Yeah.
That like in that interview, he was breaking down the game and you didn't even need to watch the game. You understood what his ideology was, and you can know how the game went. So those are the kind of people they should put in our grassroots. Maybe help Manu Garba or even give him the job. I don't know why the powers that be never look at that guy, and I know he's been doing most of the thing behind the scenes for these Beyond Limits guys. But Manu Garba, why I like Manu Garba, Amunike and Ubade, they know how to spot talents. If they pick a team of 21, at least they will pick 14 solid players or maybe 13 and give the rest maybe to agents to just pay.
Agents,
yeah. But they try to at least have their first 11. It has to be solid. I have hope on this on the 17. But I don't like that they are built around two guys. Like when the captain left,
everything stopped.
Their game fell. Then there was another guy that they tackled that went out again. Whether I've forgotten his name. Whether was it Omowa or something, Omole or something. Yeah. When that one went, it was over. It was like Bennett just kept pouring like bees at us. So that's not a thing. Building a team around just one or two people. But that left winger, I really hope for his sake, him and that captain, for their sake, I really hope we make the World Cup so that there's visibility to send them to Europe.
What about George Agba?
Agba, the goal scorer,
the goal scorer.
the guy that scored the hat, he's good, but you can see the guys that made those goals. Like when they left, when the midfielder left, he did not even see love. Then that Thompson boy on the left was the one that made at least 2 of the goals for him.
Yeah.
Most times I don't really look at who scores the goal. Yes, I'll look at you, how you scored your goal, how you move, but I look at other things. And that Thompson boy, that Boluwati man, that guy is brutally good.
Yeah, the boy is good.
Yeah. Very small, but
yeah.
good. I hope he goes far.
That George guy, what I like about him is that the way he finds his space. You know, he likes to follow free himself. You know, he's just like a young player of like that
He
age.
plays like Isaac Success. Like he reminds me of Isaac Success. How he moves.
It reminds me of maybe probably Odion Igalo of Jesus Baja. You know?
Yeah, he's skillful. Yeah, but let me see him against like Burkina will give us tougher opposition, and I hope they don't falter against Burkina, man, because that CIV I watch, to beat them would be hard.
Yes,
I think we can beat Ghana. Ghana was good today because there was red card, but they were very average against Togo. Against Togo, it was 1-1. They were very, very average. Yeah. So that's on the 17th. Then we need to sanitize our football. Look at what Zuberi is doing. Like I was happy he picked a good team at least. But you have a chance to replace. Look at who you're replacing. Like this guy. I know you don't want to say it, but I'll have to say it. This guy has had passport issues in the past, and that's why they dropped him from the AFCON.
He
had 2 passports with 2 different age. How did they clear that all of a sudden? Come on, man! Like we got to start being realistic with what we're doing with our football. Like I hope it doesn't come to bite us. And, you know,
I don't know if you saw one interview when he was in Doma FC that he started playing with Doma in 2012. No.
No.
Yes,
I didn't see the interview, but I saw people post it on Twitter.
He said he started with Doma in 2012. Then Doma was still amateur. 2012 now is 13. It's how many years now? It's like 13 years now.
Because the passport he's using now, I think that's 2004.
Yeah,
is the one that he's using now. That
if he's 2004, that 2004 is not the one you do.
Oh, to go to this thing?
No.
Because if he's using 2004,
he's born again. He's born again now. he's born again. All things are passed away.
Oh, man, look at me. Bro.
Yeah.
Wow, they've manufactured new age for him. Good luck to him. I hope for our sake he's just on the bench and never has to play. I hope he never has to play. But Remo Stars, I don't know. Good luck to them. You know, shout out to them, man. They should go do their thing against Sundowns, but I think they've reached the limit of their race. To try again next day.
Those that it's like they've reached the limit.
I don't know whether there's something when they tell you are the away team, you just play anyhow. You're in your stadium. Why can't you play the same way you played on, was it Sunday or Saturday? Like, I don't know why there was the drop in performance. That the way they played on Sunday was crazy.
He made changes.
Yeah, no, he made only 2 changes.
Only changes.
But that's not affect the whole thing. 2 changes shouldn't give that bad performance today. But if they play like Sunday against Sundowns, they have chance. If they play like they did today against Sundowns, even at home they will collect. They'll collect well. Yeah. Then when it comes to the friendlies for Venezuela and Colombia, I know they're just being proactive. You know, I want to believe it's NFF being proactive, not just them being ignorant. You know, it's easy for them to be ignorant, but let me just be positive and say that they're being proactive.
Yeah.
Then for Super Eagles, I know you don't want to call names. I'll not call names, but we want to win Lesotho to have a chance in the playoffs. If we play the same left winger we've been playing and the DM we're playing, then I know we don't even have plans to go to the World Cup. Because we need to be scoring at least Lesotho 3-0 first.
3-0, at least
to offset that Benin victory. You know, so if you start with the guy that cannot even cross, he cannot even beat anybody again these days, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. And I don't know why FIFA, like going to the pitch, I don't know why FIFA does this thing. They started it with Morocco in Qatar. Everybody in Morocco's group played against Morocco in Morocco's house.
Morocco, yes.
The only game Morocco played away was against DR Congo.
Yeah,
the
Congo.
1-1. The 1-1 in Kinshasa, in the playoff. Then they wiped them 4-0 at home. But I think that opened the door to FIFA and CAF, allowing people play against teams in their house. Like Gambia had no business playing Cote d'Ivoire in Cote d'Ivoire's house.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
there are other places. Senegal has a stadium.
Yes.
Mali, Mali at that time, Mali was playing their home games at home. Like you can go to.
Can we play in Ghana?
Yeah. They can. No, Ghana Stadium, Kumasi be having issues that time.
No. Yeah, you see a class sports stadium now.
Oh yeah. They can use one of those stadiums, but there are places for them to go.
Yeah,
there are places for them to go. They
I know people are not going to you.
Yeah, well, most times Nigeria we either be playing there. I don't know if we have usually countries that have two stadiums. Like Ivory Coast is because after the AFCON they started having the second Abidjan stadium and also the one in Yamoussoukro where they're playing this under 17. There's no need playing Morocco in Morocco. You can go to Egypt, you can go to Algeria and play.
Yeah.
There's no need playing South Africa in South Africa. Angola is not far from South Africa.
Yeah.
Botswana is not far from South Africa. You can go there and play. Like all these things, they're just giving undue advantage to home teams that are playing away. And it's unfair. But
maybe
anyway,
something is also attracting them to South Africa. Maybe something is attracting them to South Africa.
Well,
it's not for football reasons,
Yeah. Oh yeah, like some backyard movements is attractive.
Maybe.
But anyway, Remo enjoyed the same advantage today, so we cannot really keep complaining about it. Remo enjoyed the same advantage today, but I still believe we have hope. But I'll be tracking. But there are so many games we need to track.
Yeah.
In October, like it's not even in our group anymore. Like I'm not even concerned with our group. Yeah, we should beat Lesotho. But I need to know what's going on in Burkina. The guys that should drop points are Burkina and Cameroon. But Cameroon, I don't think Cameroon.
I think Cameroon will do the business. But
Burkina is also strong. They can beat Sierra Leone and the other guys they play.
Beat Sierra Leone in Liberia. No, where that place? Where's that place?
Yeah, we went there, but Nigeria used to do anyhow. Tunisia
I don't.
Tunisia not beat Sierra Leone there too. Yeah,
that is their stadium. As in, they are based there. Like
they don't. Yeah, they always playing that Liberia there.
Yes,
artificial
and that
grass.
pitch is a rubber pitch.
Yeah, it's artificial grass. Yeah,
if you kick the ball like this, Egypt struggled badly on that pitch.
Yeah,
so I look at it that I'm thinking that Madagascar and Comoros and Mozambique and Guinea, Burkina Faso and Sierra Leone, if that game could go in Nigeria's favor, we could qualify for the playoff.
Yeah, and also the Tanzania group themselves. Tanzania has.
I think Morocco will still play one of them.
Yeah. Morocco is playing one of them.
Tanzania only have one more game left. They can only have 13 points.
Oh, not 2 games?
Not 2 games. They're on 7 games already.
Yeah, they're on 7. Because if we do our business right and Zimbabwe comes last, we will fall to 13 points.
No, we'll fall to
to
15 points.
Yeah, sorry, we'll fall to 15 points. That's 17 minus 2. Yeah, we'll fall to 15 points. We have hope. But there are many. But even before I call his name, our DM and our left wing must not play that match.
Not play. Yeah. So thank you for going there for that. Thank you.
All right, no worries, guys. Bye, guys.
Yeah. That's another very lovely conversation. So I have my idol to Mr. Yusuf. So sorry, I have Michael joining very soon now. Michael, okay, sorry, onboarding Michael and Uchi. I'll just take it one and all. So Michael should be here before, but I think he struggled with this camera. But I'm going to bring him on now with Uchi and onboarding. Let me just hear from Super and Idol. Let me hear from you. No worry, I will not worry you.
I know, I'm aware. It's me live. when you and Sport guy were laughing, I was like, "What are you guys laughing for? Why are you laughing?" Eh? Plantain is decaying. You are saying it's ripening.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we are, we are becoming a laughing stock in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Sports wise, we are becoming a laughing stock in the world. You can just conclude athletics competition. Botswana feeded 4 people in the semi-finals of 200 meters, 400 meters. In Africa, we used to dominate 100, 200, 400. Boxing, we used to win medals. What did you used to win medals? Look at where we are now.
Okay, where I know to where are the athletes? I used to compete for Nigeria now. The potential ones now.
Look at I want the all African
What
games.
which job are they doing now? Which job are they doing?
Yahoo and Olosho. No, Smith. It's become see now, Smith. When you give people a conducive environment,
Mm-hmm.
you and I, we all live abroad.
Mm-hmm.
These people here, they don't have any excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You ask what in school, in my area here, you know how many fields we have, how many pitches you have in this area, in my city? A lot. Now, government has given you the enable environment. Now, how you use it? So, like all the pitches that we used to play football when I was growing up, some of them they turn them to shopping complex, some political center, everything. They've done everything. Now, nowhere to perform to do that sports.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just speaking on behalf of people now. Now, what the people have, and now what government are doing is that don't go and share nothing. People will be there for you. Go and show or go and become a political house. You make money. People don't want to go into sports no more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me start with our under 17. Smith, our football have been sectionized. Our football have been sectionized. And now today, I will go with Omweri. That so these players they need at least basic education, minimum of high school. Minimum of high school. So I because if I knew that last year my passport carries 1984.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to go and do another passport. I know it's already on the internet. The same guy that I used to be called to replace the injured guy. He said on the travel case, it's 24. He cannot tell me that he doesn't know. That will be another person I'll be using 19. He said he played for Doma in 13 years ago. Doesn't he know calculations? On this one, I'm going to agree to Ombueri that they all should have minimum requirements of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Basic mathematics. You should know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, Ali Zubair, I was going to be there too. But who is telling when Salisu Yusuf is roaming the streets? Salisu Yusuf that killed our under 23. We would have seen the Agisomilo, they late choose the friends for long. But instead of that, he went to invite a caregiver that says he plays Division 9 in England. He went to invite somebody that said he was playing for a team in Azerbaijan show too. I went online, there wasn't like that club. It was not there. So it was a student in Azerbaijan, the Lebanese. He now came to camp with POP. With POP. And now he said, some people are still saying, Science should be given the spy good job. People like Pusolowo.
He's just joking. I just think he's having internet issue. I think he's having. Can you hear from Yusuf? Yusuf, thank you for joining. Okay, a sports writer. For
All right. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Though I've been following the program for a long while, but because of time, yeah. I'm
So
actually
where are you
based
calling
in
from?
Manitoba.
Okay,
Talking
all
about
right.
the World Cup proper.
Yeah.
Manitoba, Canada. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I have like three things to say here. Going into the last two matches, of course, no doubt about that. South Africa, they are on advantages for those reasons, being that the matches we played at their home soil. And I think there's no amount of number of population of Zimbabwean in South Africa that they can outnumber South Africa. So South Africa will always have the population, then it's number of spectators and like
Mhm.
going into that match. So there will be more advantages into that match. So I think I give it to them. Perhaps I doubt if Zimbabwe can do anything, but only pray that probably can actually pull a draw. That is what should be praying for. Except there's miracle that will happen. Then on Super Eagles, you see, one of the things I have noticed about Super Eagles while we have this kind of because situation is Super Eagles have not learned how to dominate a game, especially when they are playing against the team that we perceive as minnows. Yes, because when you are playing the team like Lesotho, those small teams, what they should learn to do is to dominate the game from the beginning. They should enforce the game. The first 10 minutes, they should have those guys should have collected a three. So but when you are playing team like the smaller team and you are doing entertainment, you are doing all those things, and after 10 minutes, and those guys look at this the so-called special, you are not special. So what they do is that it gives them confidence, and they come out to you. That's why the two were able to score first goal on the first day of that match. Because after 30 minutes or even first 45 minutes, our player was just like doing the entertaining, they are entertaining the fans and like they are not penetrating, they are not scoring. So people had the Seleto guys had to come out with them and they got the first goal through I think through a corner kick. So which one of the things I think we should learn to do for Nigeria is that we should learn to, when you are playing those small teams, we should learn to dominate them. You should learn to you enforce the game on them, you impose the game on them so that they will have the fear. But if after 20 minutes you haven't scored, they will build the confidence and come out to you. And by the time if they get one goal, they will just start chasing the goal. The thirdly is that during the week I watch a clip, of course, I didn't want to watch live. Another attitude of our goalkeeper Nwambali, because he
Mm.
saved last minute penalty and he was there. So he just went wild as if that attitude. I think he has to stop. He has to stop. He almost go
Mm.
and beat that guy that knows the penalty. I don't know what I transfer in the last 80 minutes of that game. But he should learn to be calm. And
Yeah.
left to me, because I play football, I did not to professional level. I've noticed one balance pattern on play. Saving penalties. I noticed that most time, if you go and watch, I studied it. Go and watch the penalty that is saved. Almost every always I think it has to be at when a player plays the penalty to his right hand side because he always drive toward the right hand side. So for example, if I'm in a team I'm playing a penalty versus his team and I happen to be the first person that will play, I'm likely to score penalty because I'm going to place it on his left hand side because he's going to dive to the right hand. I've studied that. Go and watch all these clips. Most the penalty that he actually scored towards his right side, and that's what some players should learn how to play. So those are the things. I think one Bali needs to someone needs to talk to him to change his attitude. Now we know that you see the penalty, but you don't have to bring up another drama. I wouldn't know you see that clip. You will have seen it anyway.
Yeah. I saw that clip.
So
Yeah.
that is and I wish our audience another World Cup. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Zu. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining. I really actually appreciate you. So thank you for joining. Hope to see you more time too, so that I like the conversation. Thank you, and thanks for your patience too. I can see that you were doing some family work even before I actually got you in. My regards to the family. All right, thank you.
Yes, I just want to. I don't want them to disturb you. This is the first time I want to join the line, so
Yeah,
I have tried to ask
I
them to
know,
stay with. All right, thank you
I
very much.
know, I know. All right, thank you. Hope to see you next week. Thank you. Yeah. So I just
Let me
yeah
just say
complete
this before
your
I meet these children. They want to come to them out. So
yeah
Smith,
yeah
now look at other 17. Kudos to Garba. I think Garba has done his job, his part. He has done his bit. He should leave the job for the young people now. Smith, I can foresee. Oh, it's our time now. I say our time. You understand? Sectionalize. Now it's our time now. Now we put our people there, and now our people must be doing. Our people must be that, which is very very wrong. Which is going to kill our football. You are like, remember that 17, 1993, Faniamu
Yeah,
beat only one Benin boy, which was Abiona Bebo.
yeah.
The only Yoruba in that team, Lumolibode, was dropped in Japan of that player who played for stores.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. US 94, no Turner in that team.
Mm-hmm.
Then we playing players based on almost merit.
Mm-hmm.
One of our best players then in stores was Abdusule from Kaduna Hausa man. They gave me the name Sulele because that guy could run the whole field. Sulele. Ali
Mm.
Musabinu kept in the north, kept in the east, kept the west. He kept from where
I think Ali used to play for Academy Warriors. Is it?
he played Academy Warriors. He was in that one team that had that
Yeah.
plane crash.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he had that plane
Yes.
crash. Yes, he
Yes,
survived that plane crash. Though.
yeah, he played. He played shootings too. The way
Mm-hmm.
Papa was uniform. We don't care where you come from. But now,
But
now,
I don't know. Before I ask you, I want to ask you one question.
this dude.
You know, we're talking about last week. I discussed about infrastructure and also the talents that we don't have enough talent again in our team. So I want to now ask you this question: what is the role of journalists in this issue, in this Nigerian football matter? And I'll have it to say, see, what is the role? What is their role? Do you think they're also part of the rot?
Yes, me like they are part of the road because one of them are now support. Now, let me just say it this way: we are hearing about that proposed friendly against Venezuela in the US. Now, none of them is saying that if we qualify for playoffs during this period, we might be playing the playoffs. Why do I say this friendlies? Because all of them too, they want to save a seat in the plane to America. They want to save a seat in the plane to the US. We
Mm-hmm.
know where they are.
Hmm.
Now journalists know by then. Oh, God bless the soul. God bless the soul of LS Concord, the ace commentator. Many journalists then.
Mm-hmm.
Oyebaji, if they was on for anything, they will ask
Even the
questions.
complete sports man, is he or by something like
Sunday, the one the past one, the next
oh, oh,
one.
oh, oh,
Sunday
oh, oh,
Ojagbese.
yeah, is he
Ojagbese.
yeah,
I like people that always
Ojan
ask
to see
questions.
something, yeah.
Ojagbese, yeah. People will ask questions because they did not believe in, we're not expecting anything from NFF. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Raymond Akejola now is supporting anything NFF. As I've
So,
said it, young man is wetting the ground because he wants to be the next Super Eagles
yeah,
that person.
even I saw a journalist asking Kevin Bassey, hello, what's your name? How was the Chelsea game? What do you
Mhm.
what about the Chelsea game? You know, there is apart from that, there's brain drain, though, honestly,
Of
because
course, now.
when you should be discussing issues, it's just so sad that you don't know. But we can point to everything that you don't know. But the summary of it all is that we're in a very deep place
Leadership,
in our football. Yes.
leadership.
See, leadership. The only person I see doing the work now is Osasoba Joanna. And I don't think yes, I don't think there's any other person doing that
Yes,
job like that. Yes, I don't think
yes.
so. It's Osasoba Joanna because
We're dead. We have lost our privilege. We have lost our rights. Like
yes.
Morocco will not allow South Africa to play. All those countries to play in South Africa.
Mhm.
Benin and Gambia could not come and play their own matches
Yeah,
in Nigeria. They are going
yeah,
to far places. How much from Lagos to Benin? How many hours is this? Less than 1 hour. They can't come
yeah,
and play in Nigeria.
yeah.
We are not the giant of Africa. We are not
Mhm.
the laughing stock of Africa. We are the
Yeah,
big fool of Africa
yeah. So
in all areas.
yeah. So
All
thank you,
areas.
I thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. I really actually want understand your passion, and I know anytime I talks about how the football that I don't know the football that I know. When we remember, it become emotional. People
That's
don't
just it.
understand. Yeah. People don't understand. Say that, see, they don't spoil us before. That's the reason why. Well, see, We are not even begging for Kano Okocha again. Please give us Ahmed Musa.
Okay, Ahmed Musa. Oh,
Yes.
give me Omero. Give me Omero.
Give me Omero immediately. Give me Omero. Give me
Omero.
Omero.
I'm okay.
Thank you.
Give me Menike. I'm okay. I don't want Yakiri. I don't want Kota.
I don't want
I
Yakini. I
don't
don't
want
want
Uche.
Kanu. I
I
don't
don't
want
want
Koja.
Rufai. I don't want Yama. Give me Omero.
Omero.
Give me
Thank
Dele Ayenuba. I'm okay.
Imagine, do you think you think I knew somebody will have Jesse if Enyama is there, Ainuba is there, Ejide is there, and Sunday Rotimi?
Give me those. I'm okay. I'm okay. Move. I'm not begging for much.
Yeah. So thank you
Just
too,
yeah.
for your time. Thank you. That's I'm always a passionate Nigerian football fan. So let me bring Michael has been waiting, for a very long time. So don't worry. Okay, Uche, I'm going to add up with Uche. But let me start from Michael. For Michael has been joined before the network went
Now you
bad.
you can remove me and add Uche, then I will be the last person.
No. Let me just wait.
Okay.
Let me hear from Michael. Michael, thanks for joining.
Yeah, good evening again. Can you hear me though?
And before you even continue, people always comment, text me, agree with your thoughts. You say it in a gentleman way and you say the truth. Well done. They always text me, I agree with your thought. Oh, Michael is right, he's right. So
All
let me
right,
hear
thank
from
you.
you.
So, number one, I think I will talk about the under 17. When I've told some of my friends, I'm a passionate football fan, but I watch it beyond emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when I was in secondary school, there are guys who could play football very well in my school. A lot of them were in Pepsi Academy. A lot of them were seen by scouts, but they didn't make it big. So if they ask me to mention those guys who can play, I'll mention those guys. There was one very short. If you see them play with ball, I went to Federal Government College Ikirun, and in Federal Government colleges, you know that there are talents sometimes. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you're lucky to be. So I was lucky to be in a set that had so many talents. But will I know the players who are in Ijaniki? No, I can only know the ones in Ikirun.
Mm-hmm.
So those coaches who are our under 17, you cannot tell them to move into the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. It is not their job. Unfortunately, people don't know.
Oh,
So if
Gaba.
Gaba Manu lives in the north, he's going to be exposed to the players who are in the north. When they gave it to Amonike,
He went to the east.
he went to the east because that is where he is. He's only going to be exposed to players there. When they gave it to Yemi Teller, you saw a lot of Yoruba boys,
Where?
Ajiboye.
Oh,
So,
I always like
so,
your thing.
so when people start talking about sectionalism, it is not true. You cannot just kill that man. You can't run the whole of Nigeria. If he does, he can't finish the job in 3, 4, 5 years. So what do we need to do? So let us have sub coaches. So let's have a coach we trust and sub coaches under him who lives in Lagos or in Ibadan that can capture that area. Let's have another sub. So let's have 6 sub coaches, 6 geopolitical zones. They are likely to be affiliated to those, and it will be difficult for them to use tribalism because they are Yoruba guys. All the boys they have with them are Yorubas. So they can't pick a Yoruba ahead of one Hausa. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I
So the
understand.
guy is going to come with the best players from the southwest, and this one will come with the best. So those are the players that should go and meet Gaba Manu, and then Gaba Manu can now pick the best 11 out of the maybe 66 or 122 that will have come to him, 32. I think that will solve it. So Gaba is not. I don't think he's tribalistic in his approach. It is just that he's from the north. Those are the people he's exposed to. So that should solve under 17. If there's anybody taking note, that's one. So for
But
our
I want to ask you a question before we move on. So, but if you are saying that he's familiar with the bones in the north, so how can we? Because Nigeria is not all about the north. So how can we stop that? How can we comb the country?
so
Is
that's
it the
what I
job of
said.
the Eguavon to go and comb the
No,
country?
no, I said we should have for under 17. It's unfortunate. What should have been the best thing was that every club in Nigeria should have feeders team of under
They
15,
have
under
now. They have
17.
Empower.
So if they have that, those coaches should be telling us the truth about the players they have and
But
send the best.
why I want to say something again. This is not like before. There is this age test now, the MRI. I saw the captain of Global Stars. He's older than you, and he's 16 years old with children. So because of this MRI test,
Mhm.
when they come, maybe you can tell the academies to do it regularly on their players to know which one is within the age. Because most of these players you see here, the players you see now under 17 play, they're not the first team. These are just the majority of them, like 15 players, failed MRI. The best players failed the MRI. So they just pick this one, so come and play this one.
So what is Gabba man going to do now? He's going to pick the people he know now. He cannot manufacture people. And it's not
Mhm.
God that will just disappear and go and pick a Nigerian.
Oh, Michael again with this camera.
Go out and come back. Okay, my camera is back. So what I think is what I've said. Let there be sub coaches and let those sub coaches comb the under 17 around them and
Yeah.
then let them submit the list. So that will help. That will help. We
Okay.
can have the MRI in the 6 centers. They can always check. They have this grading. I think they can stop on grade 2 to 3 because
Okay.
sometimes those children can grow and before you know it, they are on grade 5 and they
Yeah.
may, you know, because many a times, true, we should not lie. Some of our players are still up to 20 years, they are 18 years. So by the
Yeah.
time the real competition is coming, they are going to that 21, 22 where they'll be having fusion in all those cartilages that the MRI will be able to detect. So that's one. Two, I want to talk about the Super Eagles.
Okay.
Any result between Zimbabwe and South Africa will work in our favor.
Any results?
Any result.
Okay. How?
So if Zimbabwe beats South Africa, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and they deduct 3 points from South Africa, they are
Yeah.
already on our level if we win.
Yes.
So that's one. If South Africa draws Zimbabwe,
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
Yes.
Zimbabwe cannot catch up with Lesotho anymore
Again. Yes.
because they are on 4 points. So we
Mm.
can go through the second round.
Yes.
If South Africa wins, that is
Yes.
the best for them and that is the worst for us, but it still opens the chance of the second round.
Yes.
So that is why we
Yeah.
should not lose sleep. We should
Yes.
not lose sleep over whatsoever is
This is another
happening.
angle. That's a very good angle. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why we should not lose sleep. That match
Mm-hmm.
between Zimbabwe and South Africa is out of question for us.
Mm-hmm.
If Zimbabwe now does us good
Mm.
and they draw South Africa, for example, and Rwanda is able to beat Genetro,
Mm-hmm.
that will make it more lively because it will mean that Rwanda also will be looking at their chance of qualifying for the World Cup,
Yes. For the World Cup.
and therefore we need to look at the result. So this group will show itself after game 9. Game 9 is the most important. That will show people
And
whether they are
that is
going
the
to
most
press.
important.
Yes, for everybody. So
Yeah.
after game 9, some people will say, okay, we can't make it again. This stuff.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then some people will say, we are in trouble. We have to find
Yes.
a way out. And it can give motivation to Nigeria. I've
Mm-hmm.
also gone to look at the uh, standing of 9 and the standing of the second 9. I
Yes.
see that with what we have at the moment, Nigeria is probably on 5th or 6th position.
Yes.
So we are within 5 or 6
Five
position.
conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, which I believe that we'll be getting into 4 at the end
Yeah.
of game 9 because I
Yeah.
expect us to beat Lesotho with
Let's
at
go.
least
Yeah.
two.
Two.
With at least two.
Two.
So if we are able to do that, those results, some teams are playing a very hard
Mm-hmm.
matches here. So we're likely to fall within the first 4. And then
Yes.
we can consolidate on that. And
Yeah.
another thing is, I wanted to know too, those games that they will be canceling for those for the last team from everybody, are
Yeah.
they also going to count your goals, the goals you
Yeah.
scored
They
against?
cancel the results.
Because, for example, For example, the goal difference from Burkina Faso from
It's
Djibouti is about 9.
9. They will
So
cancel it, so it will be 3.
so if they remove it, it's already 3.
Yes,
And Burkina Faso and Nigeria are virtually on the same point now
yes, they're on the same point.
because Burkina is on 15
Yeah,
with goal difference. I'm looking at it now. Goal
yeah.
difference of 12.
12.
If you remember,
Take that one
if you
away.
remember
Plus
9,
3.
so
Yeah,
it becomes plus 3, and they go back to 9 points,
yeah,
which I think is within reach for Nigeria. You
yeah,
see,
yeah,
so any game, so we should not lose sleep over South Africa,
yeah.
Zimbabwe, whatsoever happens.
Mm-hmm.
What is more important is how we win our
Yeah,
next 2 matches. If we win our next 2 matches, we
yeah,
can go through the qualifying route.
yes, yeah,
For still on the Super Eagles,
yeah.
if they still want to do the friendly,
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe Chel may call the second 22 if he can't do it. So all these players that they are mentioning, all those Eleni Kena, all those, if he
Mm-hmm.
can bring them
Yeah,
so that the first team can rest. If we'll be going to, because if he has that opportunity, he may be able to pick 1 or 2 of them
yeah,
and join the team. Because I'm looking at there's no way Akisomiro will not go to that World Cup if he continues this way.
yeah. Very good player. And
Yeah,
Mbwe is a very big fan of him. Uh-huh.
so there is no way
Yeah,
Akisomiro will not. So, and there is something I wanted to say about Zizo. We blame these players a lot.
yeah,
That's the last thing I want to say. I will add Elegbete's thought too, which I believe Elegbete is just pulling himself down. He's not thinking right. So, Zizo was so passionate and saying a lot of things and say those players are bad.
mm-hmm.
Football is a sport team. By
Mm.
the time you start changing tactics, methodology, you are going to affect your players.
Yeah,
Pizarro came, he wanted 3-5-2.
yeah,
He saw it was bad, he changed it to 4-4-2.
mm-hmm.
He saw it was not good again, he changed it to 5-4-1. He got
Mm-hmm.
a reading. He won competition with that.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, he had Uzo, who was not doing so well, and people were scoring Uzo cheaply in our
Yeah,
first 2 games.
yeah,
So Uzo, I remember the game, the first goal against, was it against Zimbabwe? Even
yeah.
what is his name? Ndidi was so angry that how will you allow
No,
this ball to
that
drop
was
for
against
you?
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that was against Saudi Arabia. That he took the ball and he smashed it into the net again to say, why will you allow it?
Even
So we,
if you go and watch the game between Zimbabwe, the one we play Rwanda, that away leg, go and see Simon's reaction. Just watch him again. Simon's
mm,
reaction when that goal entered. See, part of the problem we have today is always part of it.
yeah, that's the truth.
That's the
So
truth. The Lesotho game and the Zimbabwe game, the first 2 games,
those
part
two
of it.
cheap goals, they were two
Yes.
cheap goals. So that is one. So that was a system under Pizarro.
Mm-hmm.
Wambale had not come at that time. So Pizarro left. We now gave it to Finidi.
Mm-hmm.
To make the matters worse, Finidi was now feeding a player who could not even get into League One in England, in Tamini. And now you want to come and blame, Lookman for that?
Mm-hmm.
We should take it softly on these players. We want to
Mm-hmm.
blame Ndidi for a coach thinking that Aminu is the best thing
Mm-hmm.
after bread and butter. We want to
You've
blame
seen Sadiq bending
and
that they try in
yes,
Albania.
you brought Sadiq Bendi against Benin Republic.
Yes.
And we want to still come and blame the present players.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should take it softly on these players. If the
Mm-hmm.
coaches are not picking, Osimhen is not going to play right back, left back, defense. He's not going to
Mm-hmm.
do it for us. He's only going to play his part. So by the time you look at it holistically, NFF and their policy is what disrupt this thing. People say our players are not good because they are not winning. They watch football with so much emotion that they don't look at the nitty-gritties.
Mm-hmm.
When you bring Sadiq Bendi to be passing the ball and he can't mark, he can't run,
Mm-hmm.
and the scores, you now blame Lukman, you blame Ndidi, you blame Wobi, You blame. Look at the way. Look at the way. What's his name, man? This boy plays centre back for us, Calvi Bassett. Look at
Mm-hmm.
the way he got the goal. It was handball, but you
Mm-hmm.
can see the fight. You can see this. He was bullying like 3, 4. So I now ask myself a question: what is our left back doing? If a centre back can play with so much vigor, push,
Hmm.
drive,
That is
that is
somebody's
the job of the
really
left back.
is the
What
one
he was
managing.
doing that what he was doing that day is what a left back should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so I just thank God that Zaidu Sanusi is back playing. So they should
Yeah.
please don't forget him, please.
Yeah.
Smith,
Yeah.
tell your guys in FNFF, use microphone to sound that name in their ears because we don't have a line, no. So
Yeah.
Zaidu can come and then we can manage with the rights, because
Uh-huh.
our right becomes our weak point now.
Uh-huh.
Then that's the last thought.
Yeah.
Then for Elegbete was saying Nigeria would never qualify. I'm not saying we will qualify,
Mm-hmm.
but it shows that we are not patriotic set of people. You
And
don't.
I think everybody has just been, views and also being emotional. See, for me, I just think that it came out to say that they will never dog the point.
Yes,
But
that
they
was
said,
what he
hey,
was saying.
we'll not do this thing. It's just for the views and for the. So I don't really take him that.
Okay,
It's just,
okay,
I don't really take him that. He just wants to say all these things. Sometimes he gets emotional about it as well. He always
okay.
talks about the ex player. I don't know who ex player that is. But
So
that's.
for our next game, now that Dele Bashiru and Oyedika is out, I think
Mhm.
we should start that midfield with 7 players.
Yeah.
You know, call the regular 4 and add Ugbelu, Akisomiro, and who is the last guy on my mind? There were 3 players on my mind.
They say Yao. There's a voice in Holland called Yao.
No, I'm not even thinking about him. But there were 3 players in my mind. Maybe Tori Anjorin, maybe it was the one in my mind. Why I
Okay.
said we should store it up with like 3 players is that so that during the training, if one of them is good, we will know at least we have 5 good midfielders
Yeah. At least.
consecutive those 2 games. And if 2 are bad, we will not lose too much.
Yeah.
So
Thank,
that's
thank
my
you, Michael.
thoughts.
Thank
That's
you,
my
Michael.
thoughts.
Another
Uh,
very insightful thought. Thank you. Thank you. Always enjoyed Michael's conversation. So, Omboy, let me actually what
Yeah.
hear from you. I know that um you want to. So I have like 2 people actually what waiting, and I want to wrap it up very soon. So I'm just gonna like bring them. I
Okay.
like to have 3 here. I'm just gonna bring
Bring through.
Uche and bring Damola with it. So then we're just gonna wrap it up. So let me just start with Umber. Let me from Umber quickly. Your thoughts?
Okay. Let's look at under 17. Hmm. Manugaba is a good man. He's a good coach. If somebody can pick Awoni, pick Ihanacho, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
Other?
Success.
Yes, he's a good person. He's not a bad coach. Look at where the problem is. Please, if you're an agent, I beg you in the name of God, before you pick any player, make an evaluation. Call people and ask them, what do you think about these players?
Mm-hmm.
Stop being so dumb by picking players. You want to sell market. If you want to sell market, sell good products. Call people, tell them. Now, picking up players now surrounds on the agents. That is where the whole thing is. Unlike before, everybody will come, you do this, is this, modern football. Now Nigerians have seen that there is there is business in football. Everybody, all agents, intermediary, everybody is now moving to football business. And if you are doing it, I beg you in the name of God, pick people that are very disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many of them. Then concern about under 20. Smith, if you see something, say something. If I know this guy's history, I will report it to FIFA and they will ban Nigeria. I don't care. I will do it. If I know the
I don't
guy,
know. Sorry, Umber. Hold on a sec. If you live in the UK here, if you take trains in the UK, There's something they say in the UK. See it, say it,
Say
sorted.
it. If you see something, say it.
But this time around, because Nigeria is playing on Monday, so I can't come and see it and say it
For
now.
me, I will do it. Let them do it so that they will learn. That is something I know about it. See, Nigeria will be better if people are being punished. Nigeria will never be better if people are not being punished. Nigeria will be better if people go to jail for their negligence of duty, for not being responsible. Because if everybody become like this, nothing happen. It becomes a culture. That is number under 20, and I believe that the coach knows what he's doing.
Hmm.
Yes, that's my own thing. Then, concerning about friendly match
Hmm.
in US, I heard, please, Brian FM or Brian or what they call it, please.
Brilla. Brilla.
Brilla or what, I don't know. See, they have given you the platform. Everybody is coming to you for you to interview them. There are some questions you have to ask them. If Austin Iguavan will come out to say, let's focus on AFCON, I was so disappointed for you, for him to say it. Why are you saying it? We still have hope. You are not giving us that there's no hope. That everything has happened. Let's focus. To tell you the kind of person he is. He's not ambitious.
So,
He doesn't take
don't
pressure.
worry. Let me say something. Sorry. See, this is a tactic. I'm not lying to you, and it's going on currently now. That they want to make sure that there's no hope there. See, maybe probably they won the friendly game in November because of their pay, like maybe 500K each. They won friendly game in November. I can see that campaign. They cannot do anything again. I don't know when Nigeria done this way.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know.
it becomes
Ah,
so bad that this is something that you have to push. You are just giving up. As a what? A technical advisor, you're just
director,
giving up. A director.
let
Now,
the game finish. Let the whole thing finish. Then we know where we are.
finish before you now start talking, telling us preparation for the AFCON, all these things. Next month is the last day. Now,
Mhm.
concerning about the for us to qualify for the World Cup, let me do my prediction, and it's a prophecy. Well, listen. Three people will get 17 points: Rwanda, Nigeria, and South Africa.
Mm-mm.
17 points. Mark
Hmm.
it. 17 points. Rwanda, Nigeria, South Africa. And in fact, Benin Republic, 14 is okay for them because one, let's make it logic. You are going outside to play the two
No,
two
if
matches.
okay, okay,
It's
okay.
not possible.
There's
No,
no
it's
Rwa-
possible
possible.
for
It's
them
If
to.
possible.
if
There's no possibility.
Rwanda is on how many points?
They're on 11
Rwanda
points.
is 11. Nigeria is
Okay, okay, yeah,
11. You see, right?
okay,
Now,
yeah, 17.
Rwanda is going to play Benin Republic. They are going away. Benin going away.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, Rwanda is winning.
I'm hearing that they're starting camping next on Monday.
That is 14 points.
Rwanda for Benin
And
Republic.
South Africa, you see that game, you will see what will happen. And if South Africa didn't take time, Zimbabwe, they might draw against Zimbabwe,
Mm-hmm.
or Zimbabwe might win them if they do not take time. If they did not take time, that's the way I look at it. Now, concerning about the super egos, the list. One, I don't know why people are saying Onyedika is this. Yes, may God give him quick recovery. I'm not missing him. Let him take care of himself. Dele Bashir, yes, we are going to miss him, but there are so many people there. The way you took the risk to bring Benjamin Frederick, do the same to Akisimiro. Bring that boy in. I don't care.
That boy, yeah.
I
Yeah,
do
that boy
not
the
care
ball.
whoever. Then
No
Ah,
bring
disrespect.
that boy
this
the
guy
ball.
from Tunis of experience. Bring
Ogbelu.
those two boy. I don't care whoever they're
Mm.
telling me, because all that one that we have been depending on is not nothing, is nothing to write home about. If a player will go to the media room and be telling Nigerians that that Nigeria need their limited time, a player need the limited time to show you how level of that person's thinking is. When would limited time become a problem for Nigerian players? Right from time. You are coming to tell us limited time that you come back from
But but but
that
boy,
is very stupid.
let
It's
me say
very
something.
stupid decision.
Two players in the team, and I'm going to mention their name now. I'm going to mention
Yes.
them now. Wilfred Ndidi. After Nigeria lost against Benin Republic in Abidjan, he came out and said that because we are
No,
Nigerians,
doesn't mean we have to qualify
it
for
doesn't
World
mean
Cup.
that we should be winning games.
Okay.
Winning games.
That
Yes,
is
now,
so. Yes, that is very very stupid answer to give. Very
a,
very.
a player in that team too said that don't worry, but the player got injured because he may say we're going to go and beat Africa, but he got injured before that. No, that is his mentality. That okay, we are going, we want to go and win. Once that because we're Nigerian, we can't be winning every game. So you can see that the team is not one mentally. Some people, the senior player, this is the most senior player there, but you can see that mentally is not there.
It's not. They are not even together. Okay,
Mhm.
look at it now. For example, where you will know that they are not even together. Against Rwanda match, Osimhen had injury. Everybody was just like that. Are you telling me if South Africa is having injury, that injury, they will not go there and tell the referee red card? And all of them are just relaxing to tell you they are not even together. They are
No, no,
not
no. I
even
know.
together.
I think it's also part of leadership too. I think the current captain of the team is a soft guy, and I
Yeah.
can tell you that this guy, though I don't think this guy, I think with due respect to the types of late Stephen Keshi, so the leaders we had in the past, they can advocate more for their players. But this guy is a gentle guy, his
Are you
own
talking about
style of
Ekong?
leadership. Yes, his own style of leadership is different.
Is the
But
deputy captain? Ahmed Musa is still the
even
captain.
even even Musa as the captain himself, Musa wasn't that vocal as a captain. So even the captain ranks Simon,
Oh.
Ndidi, Ekong, and Musa, they are the weakest set of captains in Nigerian history.
Yes. Even if that leadership is people that are very introvert sometimes, but at least if something happened, come together. All of you stay there. It's not something to say. Yes, Wabali is doing his own, but he's overdoing it. My own, that one
That
is.
captain,
That one, no, that one is overdoing it. But yes, I have seen that leadership in Econ. But if this thing happened, all of you stay there, call the referee, not even fighting, but just be there. It's not because of Sosime, any other player. The
just be
same
there.
thing that happened most to Simon when he had injury. Everybody was just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that I expect them to do.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah, and now
I want
people
to say
are
something quickly. I
okay.
think with the way things are going, based on what you said about leadership in the team, I think Osimhen will be our next captain. Watch out.
Osimhen will destroy the team. Osimhen will
Oh, you
no.
people said that we need a tough hand.
No. See, yes, tough in the sense that when things happen, you have to make them. You have to make the players to be united. You have to call them. There's a look at South Africa when they played us. We saw how they are doing. We are better than them in terms of anything. We are better than them. But we saw everything they are doing. They do like this. They do like this. They do like this. But all ourselves, they use tactics and they play us. Do we have those players? We have it. But okay, when Olaina had injury, what happened? They are just relaxing. That human sympathy is not there. That togetherness is not there.
And I'm very sorry before I pass you back
Yeah.
to the Uche to talk. The funniest thing is that I look at this team from start, from beginning, from goalkeeper to up front. I don't see any guy will get that leadership thing. I don't see you. See, for example, now Iwobi is one of the most senior players in that team. is
Ah.
always under
I
the.
was going to say that it will be
Iwobi is always under. He doesn't talk. He's always under. Like
Yes,
he's
now
in.
listen,
Like,
taking instructions.
yes, this guy still play like if he's from under 17. The guy from Guam.
The only person I will tell you that will handle it is Dele Bashiru.
That one too is. That one
That is the
too.
when you give him time. I'm telling you the
I
truth.
don't think
That guy,
so.
you will see the action in him. That's the only person that I will tell you. Oh, this is the person I see that is coming up. If you give Uche Chrysanthus, that one will destroy the whole thing. With this anger, no.
Yeah.
Yes, Ekong is good.
Mm-hmm.
Ekong is good in terms of leadership,
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm looking at
Ekong is good.
in terms of decision making, that is where the problem is, and he's becoming careful.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm seeing him.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want to come out and say something. Yes.
mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
okay, let me hear from you, Shay. I'm still gonna come to Ango. So,
Yeah.
I have a birthday. I think yeah, and the caller is coming back. Before I
Okay.
wrap it up, so let me just hear from.
Yeah, so okay, for me in regards, I'll start with the Super Eagles. On the next caller, please. Because of the news in regards to Onyedika and Dele Bashiru. From Onyedika, I heard it's a second strain what's in the hamstring injury. It's about 6 weeks. So I'm yet to confirm though
No,
to see
the
how.
doctor did not say the weeks, but he said that
Uh,
the way the thing is, it's not as serious as the Ravella guy.
okay, the other guy. Is
Mm-hmm,
it
the other guy.
for Lazio or
For Lazio, yeah,
for
for Lazio. You
okay,
know that there are two guys that they examined. So it's not
okay,
as serious, but they want to try and watch Dele Bashiru. So that it was good
okay.
that it not continue in
At the
that game.
14th minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
it didn't continue in
okay,
that game, so it didn't aggravate that part.
okay.
So
But I was talking about Rafael Yedika. I
okay,
know
that's
he's his hamstring. I
it's
think it's on
hamstring.
his hamstring.
Yeah,
So if his
yeah.
hamstring, he's definitely going to be out of the next two qualifiers. So what I feel like they should bring in should be Akin Somiro. I think I've been watching him lately, especially the game against Napoli, the way he played. He wasn't scared, the way he was just bossing. It wasn't like he was bossing the midfield, but it was adding to he wasn't scared to put in challenge or play the passes. I feel like he probably needs to work on his duels more, winning duels properly. So that's where he needs to work on. I feel like he should be invited. The guy in Zute Wagram, Nadi,
Tochukwu Nadi.
Tochukwu Nadi, just to understudy because we need bodies in the midfield. We need to try something different. I think the other guys need to become uncomfortable with our position.
What about Anthony Dennis?
Anthony, yeah, but he's playing in. I think Inadi has more. How would I
He's
call
playing in
it?
Turkey, and your best player is playing in Turkey too. Like
Ah, but
What? Otele.
will you compare will you
Otele.
compare will you
See.
compare Turkey league to Belgian league in the last like 5 years?
let's be honest, Uche, it's going very hard for Eric Shell to bring a debutant in these two games.
Hmm.
It's going to be
Yes,
very hard.
but you
People,
need an exception.
but if you want to bring a
Exception.
debutant, it's going to be like a Benjamin Felix type of player.
So that would be only Akin Somiro.
Yes, it could be similar to like everybody started, but you just put Akis Omiro inside out of the
I think
you
some
need
people will
debutant.
be.
Just
It's
put them
just
inside.
Akin Somiro. It's only Akin
Yes.
Somiro. Then maybe one other player would be this guy from Esperance of Tunis because of the experience he had in the Club World Cup. That could balance the team because we need more legs in the midfield. We need players that can throw those passes. Like was Indeed scared of throwing those passes. You can't trust Onyeka to do those passes.
Mm-hmm.
So you need someone that can cover the field, which
Mm-hmm.
is Ogbeli or what's his name, Akin Somiro. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like those two guys should be considered
Mm-hmm.
in the next window. And
Do you think they
for
should bring
the under
Ajayi back, Ajayi? To bring
Ajayi,
Ajayi? Yes.
yes, we need him. We need him compared to. I think he's better off than Ekong. I think he's better off than Ekong right now. At least he can pair with Basi and support Benjamin Frederick so that there'll be a balance in the team. Because I don't think
this guy can use Frederick back.
But for me, why can't he play the same thing?
Yes.
Putting him in to help Onyeka, because Ajayi helped Onyeka very well.
Yeah.
But we don't.
Yeah.
See, yes, but Onyeka is not. He's type of yes. If you watch his diamond formation, if you watch his diamond formation, he actually likes to own possession, and Onyeka is not that kind. If you watch the times he played in the midfield, he does not know how to turn. Does not know how to make the turn. You see that whenever you give him the ball, he's playing it back to the defense. So you don't expect someone like Onyeka to be in his midfield. He'll probably be coming in towards the end of the match. So aside from that, I'll go to the under-17. I from what I'm seeing, hopefully Algaba does the right work. Under-20, I see that the players are really old. They are really old. Like it's showing on their faces. Like you can see it. It's not. You don't need a soothsayer to say it. And we want players that can at least give us 7 years in Super Eagles. At least 7.
7 years.
Those players cannot give us 7 years. They'll give us 2 or 3 years, and they're done. They'll probably end up in Azerbaijan.
I remember the captain of the under-17 in 2007.
Chrysanthus.
No, captain of under-20 in 2007. They called the player Friday Inyam.
Hey.
He played for Adam Boso's. Adam Boso is so notorious in using overage players. He brought in that boy. That boy was playing for Gombe United. I think the boy played for like 2 years and he retired after 20.
Tomorrow night they will say, "Go for me. Let us help a player." Yeah.
No.
But I think it was that 2007 Brandy Day came up, right?
That Friday, he went to the AFCON with them in Congo or so, around that area. But he did not go to the World Cup. I think it was part, I think Boso was not the coach then. It was, I think, Godwin Kokoua also that was the coach. So I think they sacked his boss. I think Boso betrayed his boss. So they now put Boso there. Yes. That was what happened there. So it was Boso that now later brought in players like Ezekiel Bala. You remember Ezekiel Bala?
Yeah. Ezekiel Bala played. Ezekiel Bala played 2003 under-17. There was one Bala in 2003 under-17.
He played 2003, yes. 2003
with Mikel.
Yeah. It was also in Lyon also with Mikel.
I remember.
Is it the one that is in Haiti now?
No, that was Emmanuel Saki.
That was
Emmanuel Saki. Let me hear from Ademola. We've been waiting for a while.
Yes, thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
First of all, I have 2 major things to talk about. The first will be about us Nigerians, as a people. I've seen and some of the football analysts, maybe you guys have mentioned his name already. I won't mention his name again. But the big one, that big football analyst.
It's not it's not big.
But you guys know what I'm talking about, so I won't mention his name. I saw how he was just bashing the Super Eagles, bashing Nigeria, and he is Nigerian, and he is saying that that FIFA will not deduct the points from South Africa, that it is impossible, that they did not. He was just saying so many things, and I'm like, why would it be saying such things when we have a precedent from something that happened in the past with Shehu Abdullahi? Everybody knows it. Now, I'm not talking as a Nigerian, and I also wish South Africa the best as well, even in that qualification. So it's not about, maybe they deduct the point or they don't. But you cannot go around just bashing the players, because my fear is that it's giving misinformation, and this might impact on the players as well. We need the media to hype up this team at this moment. These 2 games are very important. Remember, I told you.
Ombu and Uche. I don't take you off. I want to bring 2 people, but they have to wrap it up now. So Uche and Ombu. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Who is okay. Sorry. Continue, Amala. Sorry. Continue.
So, like, it's just uncalled for, because remember I told you, I think maybe I mentioned this in IoT's program, that
Yeah.
the most painful thing will be this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If SA loses one of their games, and then we then mess up in our games as well. That will be more painful.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Imagine we don't win our next 2 games, and then South Africa loses to Rwanda. It'll be more painful.
Yeah.
So I feel like instead of us to be focused on these next 2 games, people are just bringing in so much negativity.
Mm-hmm.
That's no this and that. I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That is that. Then secondly, I would like to talk about FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that this FIFA's Infantino, this current FIFA leadership,
Mm-hmm.
they are destroying the integrity of football.
Yeah, you're not doing well. Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. When did we start this whole issue of countries playing all their home games in their country? Like,
Yeah, no.
like it does not. I never even knew about the Morocco stuff until you mentioned it. I never knew.
Yes.
It is uncalled for.
Mm-hmm.
There's no justification
Mm-hmm.
for the game between Zimbabwe and South Africa to be played on South African soil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even talking as a Nigerian. I'm just talking in a neutral way now.
Do you hear my explanation before?
I saw it. I saw the explanation, but even with that, there's no justification.
Okay.
Because there's Angola, there is Mozambique,
Mm-hmm.
there are other neighboring countries as well that can be used. So there's no justification.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes me to something.
Sorry. And the reason why they also said that they won't play in South Africa or Botswana was that they are playing Lesotho in South Africa. So they're looking at logistics that, okay, if they finish from here, they go here. It's just like, let me tell you something, the way the voting is planned there, they know already. That's what I'm saying. These draws, I hope they're not warming the balls to know that you are picking, because Zimbabwe, Lesotho in the same group. I was like, oh my days. See, all these things will happen. They have both South Africa, they have both Zimbabwe to a corner. There's nothing they can do. Okay, do you want to fly them now in a dead rubber game to go and play in Congo and now come back against Zimbabwe and be waiting their government funds? They don't box them to a corner. That they don't have the option.
So this takes me to something I'm going to say. There should be a penalty for countries who don't have home stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go to the World Cup, you must at least have one stadium. If not, you have no business trying to go to the World Cup.
You know that.
You see, I'm being honest here. I have Zimbabwean friends. I live in South Africa, but I'm just being honest. Like, we are football lovers. Let me shock you if you don't know. I did a bit of research, right? Do you know that in the 2021 AFCON, we were in the same group with Lesotho?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Lesotho played their home game in Lesotho.
Yes, in Maseru, yes.
You remember that we went to Lesotho, to Maseru, to play Lesotho?
Yeah, 4-2.
You guys remember that?
Yeah, I remember. It was a meeting sport.
Now,
yes.
Let me shock you more. In the last 2022 World Cup qualifiers,
mm-hmm.
in the first round, because there were 3 rounds, right? So the lowest ranked teams played in the first round. Zimbabwe played in Harare.
Yeah.
Lesotho also played in Maseru. This was just 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So what happened in the last 2-3 years?
I understand. You have a point, because I don't want to.
Yes. So it's like I just feel like
hold on, please. Let that man. Zimbabwe, go and check FIFA website this evening. Just update it now. Mozambique will play against Guinea in Maputo. So Zimbabwe have Mozambique, they have stadium. They are playing against Guinea.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They are, even Angola.
So somebody is saying that they don't have stadium. Yeah.
No, certain countries have stadium. They have good stadium. They do. I've lived in that region before. They have good stadium. So Zimbabwe, Harare Stadium was used in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. Lesotho played their home game in Maseru in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers.
I think I remembered. Ghana played against Zimbabwe in that stadium.
Yeah, Yeah, but one of those countries, I don't remember. Yeah.
Ghana played. I remember Thomas Partey scored.
Yes. So that was the first round of the qualifiers.
Mhm.
So what happened now? Why is FIFA allowing this? And I think one of the solutions to this is this, right? I think the lowest ranked teams should play themselves in a first round, similar to what happened in the last qualifiers. Then you can put the remaining teams into the second round. But with this whole system where you put all the African teams together, things like this is bound to happen. Maybe FIFA did this way so that there'll be more games, so people can watch more games on TV, so they can make more money, more revenue. I just feel like this current FIFA leadership, they are more after the money than the integrity.
Yeah.
You see, I've been watching football for I don't want to mention my age, but for many years, I've never seen something like this before in my life.
Even during Javelin,
it's gotten to a point that I'm even losing interest to watch the remaining qualifiers.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not even talking as a Nigerian. I'm just talking as a football lover.
Yeah.
If you don't have a home stadium, you have no business playing the qualifiers. If you don't have a home stadium, let them put them in the first round. Let them play each other in a neutral ground. Take them to Morocco. So it gets to a point whereby it will be so glaring as what is going on. Because the excuse is that Lesotho does not have a stadium, but we played Lesotho in the 2021 AFCON qualifiers. So what happened? Did the stadium disappear? And teams have time. So anytime this qualifying taking place, FIFA should tell the countries, oh, you have 1 year to prepare, have your stadium. If not, you are not playing. So that is what I have to say about this, because with the way things are going, if this keeps going on, it's going to affect the integrity of the World Cup qualifiers, especially in the African continent. So the suggestion is this for me. In the first, they should go back to, remember in the 90s, where in the first round, all the small countries will play themselves, like Sao Tome. No disrespect to any African country, but you know what I mean? Like you have teams that are lowest ranked, right? Let them play themselves in the first round. If they like, let them take themselves to a secondary school, high school stadium. Let them play themselves there.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second round, you now put the more highly ranked teams, like maybe your Nigeria, your Cameroon, you then put them together.
And before I go to Kola, I'm going to move to that body very soon now. Somalia, a war-torn Somali, just renovated their stadium, and CAF came to check it, and they realized that Somalia might probably be playing their home game for the first time in Mogadishu. So a one-torn Somali are trying to play home games in Mogadishu. And I realized that the Lesotho Stadium, they cannot even host particularly there. What is happening? See, Zimbabwe has been renovating their stadium for 2 years. They are calling CAF to come and inspect it. The last time CAF came to inspect Zimbabwe Stadium, said that they should go and change the seats to plastic bottles. Go and see the pitch of Cape Verde.
Yeah,
that's Zimbabwe Stadium.
Cape Verde, yes.
It's better than Cape Verde Stadium. Who approved Cape Verde Stadium? Why did they approve Zimbabwe Stadium?
Remember,
Who is
Zimbabwe was supposed to even host the 2000 AFCON. Do you remember that Zimbabwe was supposed to host the 2000 AFCON? But because of the political situation in the country, it was moved to Nigeria and Ghana.
Yes.
So they have the capability right now to play their games in Zimbabwe if they are serious.
There have been corruption there. There have been embezzlement. I've been monitoring. But the issue is this. The plastic, they asked them to go and see. They were meant to play this South African game at home in Harare. Even but the public game is meant to be in Harare. Because they asked them to cover one part of the pitch with plastics. They bought it from China. It arrived, they fixed it. Then suddenly, one place is leaking in the stadium. There's no media tribune. There's no media tribune in Uyo. But we're still playing in Uyo. See,
some of these countries even have better stadiums than us. Like I've been to go to Lesotho, Eswatini. These are beautiful countries. You know that? Beautiful countries.
Yes. And when one time
Suddenly, the
that
stadium disappeared.
only ones that the man from Burkina Faso called them to come and say check the stadium. They obeyed. They don't check the stadium and they have actually approved it. But that is that. Kola, let me hear from you. I'll go to
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
In buttress to what Mr. Damilola said, between you and I, we all know that it's a politics. There is
Mm-hmm.
an agenda behind all these things that they want to make sure that South Africa qualify to the
Mm-hmm.
World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Now, between you and I, the stadium they use between Nigeria and South Africa, with Zimbabwe Stadium, which one is better? Let's be sincere. So there is always an
Hey,
agenda
yes.
around this thing. Around this thing, they just want to make sure that from the way I see things, they want to pick okay from the south, west, north, central. They just want to pick it that way so that they can qualify. They don't want to make sure that okay, maybe 2 to 3 or 4 southwest Africa go to the World Cup. Or that is what is going on. That's the agenda. And if you watch what Sunday Olise said from the podcast, he said one thing. He said he heard that the NFF are owing the player bonuses about 30 matches. So you compare to
Yes,
that.
I heard that. That is, I don't know how true
Now,
that is. That is true.
now,
That is scary.
yeah, because we know Sunday Olise we have more info, inside info than us. Okay, now if you want this player to die on the pitch for you,
Mm.
you refuse to pay them their bonuses. Uh-uh. You yourself look at it now. Look at it. If you are the one, I'm playing for my club. My club is giving me everything. Okay, this guy, uh, Victor sustained an injury. Who is taking care of his injury?
Even
Ola,
Nottingham Forest
Ola
players
is not sustain
like
an injury. Who is taking care of the injury?
Nottingham Forest.
The club. Yeah.
Olise said one thing. He said back then, whenever they come to Nigeria to play matches, when they give them the bonuses, he said the bonuses finish on the spot the moment they gave them the money. That they are not taking the money back to their country, to their clubs. Oh, that the money will finish there in Nigeria. And according to what someone said that maybe it was Michael or someone, he said the person said they are not going to remove the 3 point from South Africa that Nigeria should stop. I think maybe the person was the person that said that was trying to psych the Nigeria player up. Like you shouldn't depend on FIFA. Work your ass out. Get what you need. Get your work done. Then later you depend on the FIFA to remove the 3 points. Because if we have put our house in order, we won't be in this situation, in this mess. I've noticed Nigeria, we always depend on calculator. We always depend on other people to help us out. It's high time we do things the right way. We shouldn't depend on people to get it done for us so we can qualify.
I want to ask you a question, Kola. Since you have
Mm-hmm.
been watching Nigerian football,
Mm,
when did Nigeria prepare for tournament before?
mm-hmm.
Never. Since I started watching, never.
Ah, I can say, you see, that 94, 98. I think we prepared better because in 98, we have too much, we qualify with too much ahead. We
No,
already
I,
qualified
I
with too much.
yes.
that
I think the only
98.
time I will answer that to you. Wait, sorry.
Yes.
I think the only time I remember was when during IBB's time, when IBB was the president, remember? And Ikomu was his vice president.
Mhm.
Mm,
Ikomu loved
mm-hmm.
football so much. I think Admiral Ikomu, he loved
But
football so much. He was the one that even helped us to keep Wester off in the early 90s.
Damola, that time
That's why
too.
you need a government that loves football. I don't know how much this current president loves football.
Is it's not that it's not that we don't it's not that Tinubu, hello,
We are going to
Yeah.
hear you. We can hear you.
it's not that Tinubu doesn't love football. He loves football, but the man is really occupied. But if we want to get it right, and don't be surprised, what happened to Morocco will still happen to Nigeria. Do you know why I said that? You know, like for some years, Morocco football was nowhere to be found. For some years, Morocco football was nowhere anymore until they get it right, because they put their house in order. All the ex-footballers come together, like the football lovers and everything. They put their house together and they make it work. That thing will still happen in Nigeria. At least if we miss like 2 to 3 World Cup back to back, back to back, back to back, then they will know that, man, this thing is not shere anymore. It's not a joke.
But let's be honest.
And until, sorry to
Okay.
cut it short, until head start to roll before we know that, okay, this thing, because at the end of the day, if we didn't qualify, this one will still come back that he want to contest for the position again, and of which he's already campaigning that he wants to run for the position.
For me, I think it's go better being his adversary governor than being NFL president. But let me just say something quickly. I don't like to sugarcoat here now. I think I need to start saying things the way they are now. The current president does not like football. Does not. That is not his priority. Let's just put it that way.
But he gave $20,000 to each player.
That
You
is
know,
just.
do you know why I said? Do you know why I said that? Now, I believe if you have someone, how would I put this? Someone, a football lover that is very close to him. Oga, this is what is going on. We can do this thing this way. You know, this is one thing that is bringing this country together. This is the best way. If you do this thing this way, this thing will work this way. Do you think if I'm opportune to be close to Sheyi Tinubu, do you think I won't know how to engineer Sheyi Tinubu to engineer his dad?
So let me just say, so see, records line speak. See, let me tell you something there. When you want to build, I want to talk very quickly. When you want to build a good sport economy, the example was there. It was Lagos for 8 years. There was no stadium in Lagos State. Lagos should be somewhere that you will come for pre-season. Now only Badogun Stadium that they have in the whole of Lagos. See, Akpabio beats the one in Rio now. It's not the one that we're using currently. Just build one, proper one, so that clubs can come. Lagos is a mega city. Kola, clubs should be coming to Lagos for pre-season to come and play. It's a beautiful place. But let's just ignore that. That is not on
we
their,
should
on
forget
their
about
agenda.
Lagos is not. Lagos is not. How will I put it? We should just forget.
So
Lagos is underdeveloped. Let's just put it that way. Lagos is underdeveloped. Let's forget about that.
We saw somebody that went to go and beat stadium in Ibadan. That the day he was opening it was flood that took his stadium out. so at least he tried. But all those.
What happened to Calabar Stadium? What happened to Calabar Stadium?
If you go there now, if you see, just make mistake, go to that Calabar Stadium. One part don't collapse. Mr. Bode, your thought, please. We have been waiting for a long time.
Okay. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for having me. And the conversation you guys have been having is great. I think I like it. And yourself, I think I came to know you through IoT's platform.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, wonderful job you're doing, by the way. Let me commend you. I like analysis. I like your own approach. It's very unique.
Yeah.
So what everyone has been saying has been wonderful. I just want to add my own. And I pray that maybe through your platform, the people in authority, they can hear us.
Yes.
And like you said, maybe Tinubu doesn't like soccer or sports. Maybe he can develop some interest one way or the other. Yeah. See, there are a number of things that are foundationally wrong. And it's high time they listened and they try to improve on things.
Mm-hmm.
You see, issue of Nigerian decay in sports across various sporting activities is becoming systemic. And I asked myself, what is the national budget of the Federation to Sports Commission? Is it sufficient? Number one. Then there's a need for them to develop an enabling environment that talent within Nigeria will have interest in sports and will have interest in soccer. You see, some of these things, they needed to be organic. I think somebody was saying that the current under 17 coach, he featured overage player. You see, that man, to me, he should be fired because that is a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you win that trophy, you are a failure. We
Hmm.
can be happy. We can be happy. Oh, Nigeria won under 17. But those players, like somebody was saying here, they can't last longer than maybe 5 years or 10 years in that career because these are overage already.
Mm-hmm.
Look, a case study. I was University of Ibadan when I came to know about Messi and Mikel.
Mm-hmm.
Messi is still playing to date. Mikel has retired. I don't know the real age of Mikel, but
Mm-hmm.
it is so. I mean, you and I can logically agree here that Messi was using his real age. Mikel was a bit older as at that time because
Mm-hmm.
they came to the limelight about the same time.
Yeah.
Messi is playing in the US here.
Yeah.
So Nigeria should ensure that when they say under 17, feature under 17. Let us fail and know that we are failing.
Mm.
You know. So I have a number of points I noted here.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you should, like I said, enabling environment. Then this, some of our legends, I celebrate them. But I think we also need to start discovering modern day legends. 1994, like 31 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
1994 is like 31 years ago. Football has changed. I mean, you and I, we watch Premiership. We watch
Mm-hmm.
many leagues. Defenders are scoring. Midfielders are scoring. Scoring is not just left to the strikers. That if you don't have maybe very wonderful player, Victor Osimhen, or the three strikers, midfielders are scoring goals, shoot and fire. And that is where I will blame the coach. What
Mm-hmm.
is the coach telling his player to do on the field? Does the defender and the midfielder understand that their role also includes scoring in
Mm-hmm.
addition to defending and in addition to passing balls?
Mm-hmm.
Their role as a midfielder is to score. Everybody is there to say, celebrate is a goal. Not just we watch match from the beginning to the end is 0-0. So
Mm-hmm.
boring matches that we have been watching. Or you struggle to find a goal.
Mm-hmm.
We watch Premiership, you see midfielder, when the strikers are struggling to find space, so a midfielder will take ball and fire.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, when they are doing their training and rehearsal, do they use the whole field to prepare and practice? Or just because we don't actually see them, or just a small portion? Do you practice with the entire space of the field and the coach will watch them demonstrate how to break obstacle going forward and not just being stagnant at the middle or going backwards? They say we are possessing. You can't be possessing for 90 minutes.
Mm.
So you see, then I want to talk about our plan for the next 4 years.
Mm.
Some of the things we are talking about today, it started like 2020, 2018 from the last World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get this right now, 2030,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot go to that World Cup also.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
cannot go to that World Cup also.
Mm-hmm.
So a serious nation, which I believe we Nigerians like soccer, but unfortunately, whatever is going on at that top level is not helping us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in the next 4 years, the process of recruitment, the process of retaining the recruitment, which I talk about, the motivation, the bonuses you guys are talking about,
Mm-hmm.
let the environment be enabling.
Mm-hmm.
There are Nigerians all over the world that want to represent Nigeria, but some of them, they are hesitant. If
Mm-hmm.
I identify with this country, national team, is my career will it not be in jeopardy?
Mm-hmm.
Am I not going to choke up? You sustain it. Someone's talking about Victor Osimhen and Aino, who sustained injury. No, but I don't know the detail of whether they are followed up or not. But I think NFA should also be very expressive. I don't know if they are following up, but if they are following up, I mean, let Nigerians know that they are caring, so that this, misinformation will not spread wide. That
Yes.
you are such a negligent country. If you go and represent the country and you are injured, nobody cares for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let the right communication be put out there. Then also, of course, I was talking about a short, a medium, and a long-term plan. So I think these are just some of my few points that in 2025, the modern day football, our coach, what's his name?
HL.
Left to me, Nigerians should invest in a coach. When you have I don't want to blame him, but for me, Nigeria can still get a better coach. When you have a better coach, it's been a long time I left Nigeria. I lived in South Africa for many years too, before I came to Canada here. or you see modern day coaches in Europe, before they invite a player, you must hand that position. I don't know wherever Michel
Eric
Eric
Shell.
this piece of advice from. I don't know. Yes, I understand somebody who has been in that system need to support him and give him the list. These are the lists we have been using over time. He himself, he should do a pre-review. A pre-review. This player, are they functionally performing? Do they have a working knowledge as in 2025? Do they understand the modern day football? Not just, okay, is it good, is fit. Does he understand the modern day football? Given the fact that they don't play every week together, they don't even play every month together, but they play in their individual club side. These are the challenges of being a national team coach as compared to a club side coach. Because every week, every month, you guys are seeing each other. But it's just once in a month or once in every 3 months. I don't even know during the interview, because we don't know who is conducting interview for these coaches. How do they actually screen these coaches to know who is the best among them?
There's no interview.
You understand? I know that Nigeria, they want to say they are broke. They are not broke, because I know good coaches, they are not cheap. But they should be able to invest in that too.
Yeah.
Particularly the national team and all the, and if an international coach is not supporting us, let us find an indigenous coach who can deliver. The same rigorous certification they want from them. I believe Nigerians might have this certification. Whatever any A-rated coach is carrying. I believe local indigenous, let me not use the word local, Nigerians, wherever they are, they might not be living in Nigeria, but they are Nigerians by origin, and they've got this highly certification in Europe, and they've got track record of achievements and track record of experience in coaching, even if it is
But I want to ask you a question. Sorry to stop with that. You're talking about getting Nigeria. I think it should be about you can do the job. When they were trying to interview the coach, around the last year May during AFCON, some people, I would say it here, they went to go and meet some men in Abuja that they will shed blood if a certain candidate is not picked as Super Eagles coach. So Super Eagles coach is now a political position that thugs can be sent after the NFL to threaten them to pick a particular coach. See, the issue is this. I don't have anything against Nigerian coach, but let them go and work. See, my brother, if a Nigerian coach is coaching TP Mazembe of Mozambique, of Congo, and they won the CAF Champions League, we will advocate for him. See, Salisu Yusuf, coach Kano Pillars, they went to relegation for the first time in their history. Should we advocate for him?
No.
Amuneke took Atlanta to relegation. Should we come out and come out?
Yeah.
These guys don't show workings.
Yes. Lies, Smith, I understand what you are saying, and I agree with 100%. I'm just using that indigenous coach as an example. Because Nigeria now, when they say, I think it was a French coach, that coach that coached Ivory Coast and then coached the female national team, that French guy, one for Zimbabwe, Averena. I think he was demanding certain pay Nigeria could not give him, and that's why
they now wanted to pay him the highest, but he realized that there are some percentages that might be, percentage reversed.
Yeah.
So he realized that there's an anomaly in his salary.
Yeah.
Nigeria on paper, I want to pay him even more than Egypt on paper. But he realized that some few things might probably actually what happened in that. And last minute, he said it's not doing again.
Is it? Hold on, sorry. Why all these things that they more always want to like on paper would be something else, then behind would be something else. Most they more corruption.
Why did you go to Nigerian airport? See, I'm just saying it. See, I normally give people back home maybe some work to do. They will not deliver it on time, and they will ask me that come and add more join. That is it. I'm not going to take me. If you write something on paper, you should be binding with it. We don't believe on agreement like that way. When they are doing interview, it's maybe probably one agent brought you, and how much is the agent going to give? For example, now you're talking about under 20. I know of a player in this under 17 that the agent have to give them. See, because if you don't allow us to take this player, manage this player, if we say now our own, we'll go. The boy played one of his best game against Benin Republic. If that boy did not have the opportunity, if that agent was so stubborn and said that no, this boy, I don't agree, my brother, that boy would not have that privilege to go there. See,
I want to say something.
I saw
as
that
well.
boy playing. The guy tells me, say, I know this your boy Sabio. I won't mention the boy's name. But if not that the guy was selfless, the guy is in the UK here. So I said, no, let this guy. Don't worry. Take everything. Now temporary. You know, say sometimes if you still picking, when picking grow, picking go know the father. Say, no matter how, you go know the father. So go. Because that boy too was crying.
Can I say something quickly? What Mr. Bode was saying about local coaches, indigenous coaches, sorry. I want you to go back. You will notice that just to know how good our indigenous coaches were back then, they were able to coach in other African countries. I'll give you an example. Do you remember that in the 90s, was it 95 or so, Amadou Shuaibu coached Orlando Pirates of South Africa? A Nigerian
coached Black Leopards.
Then, when I was in South Africa, you said you lived in SA, right? Remember Eguavon coached Black Leopard of South Africa? Before he now came back to Nigeria.
Who coached Kenya? Late Christian Chuku.
And Chuku. What is his name? Our former captain of 1980. What is his name? Chuku.
Chuku.
Yeah, Christian Chuku. Christian Chuku coached Kenya. Then Keshi coached Togo, and I think Mali, right? Mali. But now, tell me, how many Nigerian coaches today have what it takes to coach in another African country?
And to back what you said up, see, when Shuaibu was a coach of Boko, he was business of Boko.
Boko, I remember. Yeah.
He went on a training course in Brazil. He's the one that brought 3-4-3 from Brazil.
I remember, yes.
When he brought in 3-4-3 from Brazil, what is this strange formation? This guy was the captain then, Bloody Douglas. He was using that formation to beat people in Nigeria. This strange formation, who beat this formation? We know 4-4-2. That was how our coaches then were able to invest in themselves. My brother, Mr. Bola, you said about coaches, investing in coaches. See, small course here in the UK is £2,000. That's about 4.5 million naira. How much are they paying Nigerian coach per month? Can he afford £2,000 course? The ones you see coming to UK, like the Beyond Limit one from Remo, they are sponsored by private sectors. All these guys cannot afford it. See, CAF used to bring coaching course to Nigeria before. In Abuja. All of them will pass. You now realize that how can everybody be passing this thing? I don't know how they are passing. Maybe nobody is failing. They took it to Ghana instead. To tell you,
we have scholars.
We have scholars. Yes,
very smart.
So this problem is everywhere. One, the economy is there because these guys cannot afford to pay for all these courses. There's a lot of things attached to it, Mr. Bode. So governments too. If you don't know anybody, they will not sponsor you to say you want to go and this thing. So it's hard. And I can tell you that there's no NIS again that can teach you. The guy that used to hold NIS together is late. Demitela is the one that used to teach these people, mentor them from the early age. The guy is late now. The NIS is in shambles. So see, everything is just upside down. The guys that you say you should go abroad and go and learn self, they are not serious. There's a partnership between Nigerian League and La Liga. Are we benefiting from it? The guys that went to go and train in Spain then, he said they went to the beach to go and be watching people in the beach. So is that what they decided them to go and do? So a lot of things. What I'm just trying to say basically is that we are not serious. And when we are serious, the time when we are serious, things will change.
Amen. So one point I also want us to emphasize here is the fact that
I'll wrap it up.
Do we have a psychologist in that coaching crew? Because when I was growing up, I remember one man. Is it Robinson Okosun? One Robinson.
Yeah, it's Robinson Okosun. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we had psychologists in the 90s. Yeah, we did in the 90s.
90s. In this 2025, in that coaching, we normally see the trainer.
It was there in 2013 too, I think so.
2013.
Yeah.
Okay, when we won it. So do we actually have it? You see, we should not underestimate the value of this a psychologist.
Mhm.
It's like they say, if you don't know where you're coming from, you actually don't know, where you are going.
See.
As they normally say it. So we need somebody to actually psych these players. Whatever they might have had, what they might have had, or whatever thing that might have dampened their spirit or their mental alertness and readiness.
Mhm.
But now that we have the social media, now that everybody is now a press man, I think they
So
even need to.
I want to ask you a question before I actually let you go. See, and I want you to think about it this way. The judge asked for assistance for him to manage the national team. They went to go and employ somebody taking care of grass in Offayan. That was the person they brought for the judge to come and assist the judge.
I thought they got Amokachi initially.
Eh? No,
Did they get Amokachi?
He says he's not doing because
Amokachi did not appear.
He's not anything. He went to Rwanda there. He realized that he set up.
Tanzania.
Yeah, Tanzania, thank you. The issue
I that issue. Why would you
Singida was a Singida Blasters.
that these guys don't know the importance of what you're talking about. They believe that if they don't say pull body, everything don't finish. Pull body, everything don't finish. That is and we used to have the former president. He used to be our psychologist because he would come to the dressing room, charge the players, and tell them, he's the one that is doing everything. So all these guys they are not inclined. For example, now the Sergeant is a lecturer. He doesn't have any background in sports, so he doesn't know. But he only knows about administrative things like, okay, you want to check a balance and everything. He doesn't know about football. He doesn't know what happens. For example, now the guy there is an accountant, politician from I think it's from PDP or APC. So he doesn't know all these things. So they don't all these things they're talking about. They don't know. They don't know. This guy that's the coach, Eric Shell, do you know how much they're paying? He's using his money to pay 4 people, 3 or 4. They are not ready to get him a nationalist. They are not ready to get him a goalkeeper trainer. They want somebody without certificate because he kept for Nigeria before. Come and be Nigerian Super Eagles coach.
So we are still doing this nonsense of the coaches paying their own assistants.
See, one former Super Eagles goalkeeper does not have certificates. And he coached Nigeria twice. Goalkeeper, he coached Nigeria twice. So he doesn't have any training because he coached Nigeria. You guys will know. I don't want to mention him. So the issue is they don't know the importance of this thing. They don't know. So you cannot give what you don't have.
Of course.
You can't give it. They don't know. So all these psychologists, everything, they believe that just yourself. Imagine a boy that was injured in the sports, this athletics federation they are doing. The boy wasn't feeling well. Say, go do him. You should go do him now. Imagine. Go do him. Imagine. So we don't care. They don't know all these things. They don't know. So all they're talking about, they don't understand. We need a complete revolution there. So thank you, Mr. Bola, for contribution.
Smith, I want to chip it. I want to chip in one thing. No, it's not about this thing. I just want to digress.
Joining. Let me just add them to go. Yeah, just go wrap it up to them. Thank you, Mr. Bola.
Smith, I want to chip in something. I just want to digress a little bit. Do you know that this Richie Couchet, no doubt, is a good coach. He, should I use this word? He only know how to react. He doesn't like proactive. It's not in his skill. Do you know that who could have won that match or win that match against South Africa? We have won that match. But I've always noticed, no, to be sincere, I've always watched his match. His second half game is always better than the first half game. And which is not supposed to be so.
Let me just say something there. Let me tell you something. There are 2 things I observed against Rwanda. The guy that was in charge, is it Amroshi, the coach of Rwanda, knew what Check what he did in the first half. He stopped it. That guy is a very smart coach. So Cher responded in the second half. He studied Nigeria very well. It was in camp for 2 weeks. He responded in the second half. You must be able to be proactive and also be reactive too. For example, now Eguavon is proactive, not reactive. The moment you get Eguavon's 4 tactics, it might not be able to switch it again, but it will plan very well for the game. What's it called? Against South Africa too. See, some things did not just work out. And I will tell you, that injury to Ola, in that 10 minutes affected everything. That position that Ekong was, that is called that Ongwe, was not meant to be there.
Okay.
When Ola, brought, he had to readjust different things. I knew exactly what he was trying to do. Kabasi was not even meant to be that position when he scored that goal. He wanted to conserve, but things, football, you must be ready. But you cannot come here and say that when there's anything of the blame. He made some mistakes. But sometimes football is very, very crazy, honestly. So I saw exactly what he did against Rwanda. I watched that game twice. I knew that the guy planned 10, 15 minutes of the game. After 80 minutes, the guy was not ready to score again. Because he knew that these boys cannot defend. He knew. So a lot of things, but I think that he made some mistakes. But he's a young coach. He's a coach, not a manager.
Yeah.
Coach, not a manager. There's a difference between the two of them. He will learn.
Sure.
Yeah, my brothers. I'm so sorry. I know you wanted to go very. I did not want to come on before. I was just listening.
No problem.
Yeah, but you see, in
Guys,
Nigeria, there is in Nigeria there is many things wrong with the country. You even said it with one word. I just laughed. Brain drain. We don't even have good journalists in Nigeria anymore. People, there are things that have happened in these qualifiers. In the past, there will be people to write about it. There will be people to. Then I used to read newspaper now. The back of newspapers. You see sports. They will tell you some things. They will write some very good things that happen in the game. You also get information. Now we don't have journalists that even what you are doing. You are now standing. You, my brother, Esmintaye, is now standing in the place of many of them. You are even doing a better job than many of them because they are not doing anything. You understand? And CAF is playing politics. Everything that is happening in Nigeria, I agree, it's happening. I'm tired of talking about this. But this CAF politics that is affecting us, affecting everybody, it doesn't make sense. You understand? When Damola came, what spurred me to come was when Damola came. Damola alluded to it a little bit. When he said they wanted to do regional, in the mind of the executives of CAF, they still want to, see the reason why they want to do regional because they feel South Africa's talent should they want to put South Africa in the limelight. They want to also cut we are benefiting from. We benefit a lot from the under 17. We've won the under 17 World Cup 5 times. Now we're going to be playing Ghana, who has gone to the final of the under 17 World Cup on multiple occasions.
They won like 3 or 4 times.
Imagine this. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Burkina Faso can play in the final of the under 17 World Cup. I think they've gone very far too. Mali has gone very far.
When the finals was World Cup,
Exactly. You understand? So now, why are we playing? You see, we don't have journalists. We don't have good administrators that is representing us. All of them, they are just everything now is just go and do your own. And it's the big part of it is the brain drain, the fact that many people left Nigeria. One of the biggest revolution or one of the biggest neglects of Nigeria is happening in our era. Everybody is leaving. You understand? But still, we expect the administrators to do their job. You understand? But it's not. They are not doing it. Now they are going for the source of the talents. They are not only going for the source. They want to also beat us at the World Cup.
We should not be seeing this as something they should need. We need to speak up and react against things like this. I don't think it is fair the way it is fair the way they are doing it. I don't think they can do North Africa like this. If it is North Africa, they can't do it. They will not try it. You understand? But it's just that the people that represent us in West Africa, they don't know anything. Let me tell you, my brothers, you know, if that World Cup qualifier, if they wanted to do it regional, if not for North Africa, they would do it regional.
Mm-hmm.
They would have done the World Cup regional. Did they
Mm-hmm.
not do it for the Women's World Cup?
Yes.
Women's Senior World Cup regional what? Qualifiers? You can't do regional
Well, we
at this
face
stage.
Africa, face Ghana.
Eh, You cannot do regional qualifiers at this stage anymore. You can't say because Somalia cannot travel, I should. Do we have the budget to? Are we not poor nations in West Africa? How have we been doing it? So you can't say because nations cannot travel, you want to be helping them travel. It doesn't make sense. It is not when West Africa has gone very far that you want now want to help um, Eswatini and Somali to be. No, it's not like this. Also, the qualifiers should. The fact that Eritrea is in the qualifier, Eritrea has political problems. Who doesn't know this? You understand? Many countries in Africa have political issues. Those countries should not be playing qualifiers. They should not be playing because they are causing a lot of headache. You
South
understand?
Africa
One,
face the
the
shells.
football is an added something. The basic thing is people should go and eat and survive. You understand? And people should not be running away from their country. The best Eritreans are outside. They're in America. They run away to through Ethiopia, and the NFF allowed an Eritrea referee to come and officiate the game between Nigeria and Zimbabwe. Imagine this. Oh, well, but that by the side. But what I'm trying to say is that those small teams, those teams that are ranked very low, should be playing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good for our ranking. Do you know it's too risky? Now that everybody is looking at FIFA ranking, it's too risky for the big nations to be playing these small teams. It's too risky. They have to earn it too. You understand? On the normal day, we will not even play friendly matches with them. You see, when you want to play friendly matches, we are looking at teams that would elevate our rankings. Why do we want to be playing? Because we have a football pedigree, and a lot of those African nations have built it. Their football pedigree, they've built it with blood, with sweat, with hard work. You understand? The Moroccos of this world, they've done it on the field. You understand? And you want to now equate Africa with this method that they are doing. I think FIFA is aiding and abetting CAF in what they are doing. Probably they don't have enough knowledge about Africa. And we don't have administrators that are speaking. And our journalists, those ones don't even know anything. Our journalists, they just want to jabba. They want to go abroad. Everybody wants to benefit from the system that is not working. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, the only pipeline for you to have a face and to be able to speak in Nigeria is at this point is for you to leave the country. So
Mm-hmm.
we expect the best of our journalists, the best people that should present us. They're outside the country. Look at the way everybody is speaking. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Nobody is going to do it for us at all. Nobody's going to do it for us.
Eh,
That's why, when you spoke on the other day, I was like, on Instagram, when I said, no, you have to. Anybody that want to be an administrator at this point, you need to fight. It's a dirty fight. You need to fight to clean up the system. And at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, you'll be able to tell your story that yes,
Yes.
I did it.
But
Nobody will
but
give you on a platter
but
of gold.
Henry, hold on, Henry, sorry, but the people that is ready to fight and clean up the system, they are not ready to give them the chances.
You think they will give you the chance? You
They
have
will
to
not give.
lobby
They
at
are
that
not.
level. You have to lobby at that level. You said that if you know Sheyi Tinubu, if you it's a good thing now. You lobby at that level to have the right kind of people in there. That's why it is there. It is the
but,
democracy that we operate,
but
in my opinion.
I saw the draws for these mini qualifiers. I see that Orlando Pirates they are playing against a team from Lesotho
Uh-huh.
in in the, in the
It's,
camp.
it's, It's very bad. It's not good, but
South
it's
South Africa.
the Rwanda coach said it that the politics of Africa sometimes is very dirty. There's this documentary I watched on African football. I think I've forgotten where I watched it, but I think on YouTube. I'll find it and send it to you. When they talked about the hegemony
Mm-hmm.
that used to come from Egypt before, they
Yeah.
were very ruthless. They wanted only the truth. But I think that ended with one of the sons of, I think the former secretary that was a son of the former secretary of CAF.
Cap.
Those people wanted the truth. If you are not saying the truth, they don't have anything. But now, it's just rubbish because now I think the secretary general of CAF is from Mauritania,
Yeah.
but I
Mauritania.
don't. Yeah, that light skinned guy from Mauritania.
Mm-hmm.
So everything now is politics,
It's
and I
politics.
think if it is politics, see, yes, if it is politics, we should be also be ready to play the dirty politics, in my opinion, because if since I told you that there is no VAR in this World Cup qualifiers, do what you want to do. I don't need to say it. Do what you want to do now. Does anybody need to say it? Is it not in your home you are playing your football match? The people that are doing it, do you think in CAF, that's what they do in CAF? They will
Mm.
say when everybody is doing VAR at this point, they say they will not use VAR. Yeah, and then you allow an Eritrean referee to come and coach your game, to come and officiate your game
No
freely.
affiliate.
He will now officiate freely. No, let's do what you want to do. It's like CAF do am, not be you cause am.
Mm-hmm.
No, not be you do am because
Yeah.
the people not serious.
Yeah.
Me, I will take advantage. That's what Morocco is doing. Until in Africa, someone we are ready to now sit down in Africa and do the right thing. Everybody's fairness. Those small teams that don't have stadiums should not be playing qualifiers. They should go and feed and do immigrate and fix the. How would you be fighting war and be playing football? Central African Republic took. They wanted to take Nigeria to Baggy, that place. Did they not even? They eventually took us there for the Nations Cup qualifiers. I think so.
No, no, no. The World Cup qualifiers, you have to force them to go and play in Cameroon.
In Cameroon, they almost took us to Baggy or that place.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Baggy? That place is concrete. We have
Concrete.
people concrete pitch. It's like those pitches that we used to play in hostel in those days. Yeah, a stadium
But,
that was used to house people that were running away from war.
but
Can you
and
imagine?
yeah, and you see, you know that you know this thing very well. For me, I just normally think that the politics is too much. You know, Kola, you also agree with me, and area you also agree with me too that the politics actually what all this thing is too much. See, people will not agree with us. If you remember, Lukman is against the player. He told the referee against Africa, say, "You are S word." You know that you are finished. As he told that man, he's not. He said that. He said,
I was them also said it. He said this
yes,
is
man. Said that
what
you are.
he
Towards the
was
end of
saying
the
it to
game,
their
you are.
front. Yes.
God, did you see? You are.
Mm.
So it's just because we have to say all these things to them. So everybody passionate about this thing, but you said something about quickly 10 seconds. Zimbabwe will never beat Africa. Why? 10 seconds.
No, it's not gonna happen. South Africa will be Zimbabwe. South Africa will be Zimbabwe because Zimbabwe actually wants South Africa to go to the World Cup. They are all
Yeah,
working together.
that
It's
was.
very dirty politics, but it is we that allowed them to
Mm-hmm.
play it. Honestly, it is we. And this is part of
So
the reason
the
when
only thing
your
they have to
system
get
is
over
not working. Rwanda is the only team that have a stake in this.
mm-hmm.
If anything, that Rwanda is a difficult team to
Yeah.
beat. But I also fear that Rwanda will be playing their last game in a good pitch against South Africa. And I think South Africa is they might just sneak a victory against Zimbabwe and Rwanda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think Rwanda will beat South Africa in South Africa, but can they beat them? Yes, on a good day in
Yeah.
that bad pitch in Uye
Mm-hmm.
in Rwanda. Yes, yes, they can, but not in a good pitch.
Yeah.
Rwanda, they don't have the bite yet.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the talent yet. But next time we should prepare for this kind of qualifiers when we are having qualifiers like this.
Yeah.
This, you know, the meetings where they do make all these decisions.
Yeah.
I would expect the people representing West Africa to be shouting and backing
Back. Yeah.
both under 17, under 20. We should not be letting no, because you see, we've gone very far, and now you
Mm-hmm.
are not telling us to. It will affect us. It will
Yeah.
affect us.
Yeah.
We want to compete against South Africa. Ghana should go and play South Africa at under 17 qualifiers. Beat us. Why are you scared to beat them on the pitch? Did you not win Nigeria at under 20 World Cup?
Yeah. Yeah.
Beat us in the pitch now. Beat us. It's not as if we are doing things right at home. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? We are not even doing things right. Just win us on the pitch. Then we'll shake hands and we'll say, yes, you've won.
Yeah. Thank you, Henry, for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
I think yeah. So, guys, that is that for today. And I don't watch my time again. You know, I thought I was going to be here for only 2 hours, but I spent like a 1 hour, 3 hours, 30 minutes. Guys, thank you for your time. And by this time next week, we should be talking about the list of players that should be playing against Rwanda, against I said Rwanda, come on, against Lesotho and Benin Republic. And maybe by the next 3 weeks, we'll be celebrating a second place finish or the World Cup tickets. You know, so thank you guys for your time today. I really actually appreciate you. Thank you to those that bought super chat. I really actually appreciate you. You can still buy super thanks too. You know, when we're done with this. Also try and share this video and also subscribe to the channel. So guys, I remain your host, Midlai. I'll see you again next Friday. Peace.